Fans, if you're able, would you please rise and remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem. Accompanied by Bruins organist Ron Poster, please welcome Todd Angeli.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Game 2 of a 3-game homestand for the Bruins. It'll wrap up on Monday afternoon against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tonight's starting goalies are presented by Jordan's Furniture. Experience the difference. Alex Lyon will get the start here for the Buffalo Sabres. He was signed to be the backup to Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, who is injured. He absorbed the loss against the Rangers on opening night. He stopped 29 of 32. His counterpart, Jeremy Swayman, the #1 star on opening night in Washington. He was brilliant, stopping 35 of 36 against the Capitals. There you see Lindy Ruff. His team last year had the better of the Bruins in the season series. The Bruins won 2-1 against the Sabres. 2 hat tricks in the season series by Tage Thompson. Another by J.J. Peterka, who was traded to Utah during the offseason. Elias Lindholm will step in and take the face-off. Goals in each of the first 2 games. Both have come on the power play. He'll take it against young Yuri Kulik. They drop the puck, and away we go. Bruins and Sabres for the first time this year. McAvoy up the wall, and this one deflected into the Buffalo end. Bo Byron back to get it. A lot of people were wondering whether or not the Sabres would sign him during the summer. He was up for a contract, and they extended him. A 2-year deal, just over $12 million. Dahlin gave it away. Pasternak twists, shoots, Lyon the stop. And the Sabres will come out to the neutral zone. They'll lift it in. Sabres looking to change. Lorine scraped it back of the net to his partner McAvoy. Kicked out to the neutral zone, Arvidsson. And now Geekie will plant one deep. Marco Sturm making his first changes. We're about a minute in and scoreless. Bruins have scored first in each of their first 2 games. Up the wall and out to center ice. Drilled in deep by Ryan McLeod. Back of the net. Middlestad, the former Sabre. 8th overall. Taken by Buffalo in the 17 draft. Played his first 7 seasons in the league in Buffalo. Now Zacha to the middle. To Middlestad. Drove it to the corner, looking for Zacha. It's set up, and Arvidsson stopped by Lions blocker.
Yeah, good communication between the 2 Bruin forwards.
Sabres drive it back in. Samuelson drove the lane, but the puck floated by him.
Yeah, Zacha let that puck go because he knew he had Arvidsson right in behind him. Nice little cross-corner dump in order to set that play in motion. Middlestad's going to go cross-corner, let it go. Arvidsson with a chance short side. Good blocker save. The shift before, Pasternak had a bad angle shot, which was a really good idea. Try to sneak one short side up off that left shoulder of Lyon.
Victor Arvidsson looking for his first goal since coming to Boston. Acquired during the summer in a deal with the Edmonton Oilers. Justin Danforth will step in and take it. One of only 2 guys ever in Sacred Heart University history to play in the National Hockey League. Owen Power shoots, deflected, and this one goes over the glass. Well, Jordan Harris making his Bruins debut here tonight. And the Bruins, whether it's tonight or down the road, Brick, they need something from these young guys.
Yeah, the absence of Hampus Lindholm puts a little bit more stress on these 2 players right here. Jordan Harris, you can see, he's played 164 games in the National Hockey League. You know he's going to be a little nervous because his first time playing for the Boston Bruins, having gone to college right down the street. But they need more out of Mason Lindholm. No question about it. What a big hit by Zadorov on Power.
Welcome back to the lineup. Owen Power making his season debut, and he got drilled by 91 in black and gold. Puck set back of the net. Hacked over to the near side, held in by Bryson. Stick lift by former Sabre Henry Yoki Harju. The puck floats around. Now up top, Krebs shoots, taken in by Swayman.
Nice job by the Bruins defense boxing out Yoki Harju in particular. And then there with Gertson. The shot's coming from the point. It's not going to have a lot on it, but it's going to get all the way through. But the Bruins do a nice job of boxing out. Minton went for the shot block out high, but from that distance, it's easier for Swayman to pick it up. But once it gets through Fraser Minton, and if you get the box out, that's an easy stop for Swayman.
Owen Power missed the season opener against the Rangers 2 nights ago. Been dealing with an injury and an illness, so he's back in the lineup. But here early in the season, the Buffalo Sabres have been hit with a rash of key injuries, not just to their goaltender, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. They're also missing Josh Norris. As we have an icing call here. Norris was acquired at the trade deadline last year from the Ottawa Senators to be the number one center for Lindy Ruff, and he could not finish the game break.
He's got some injury history, and it looks like this injury is going to take him out long term.
And it's a significant loss for Lindy Ruff's team. Beck Mallenstein well, originally it looked like he was going to come in and take the face-off. Tyson Kosak stays in, wins it. Byram skates in, shoots wide. And this one goes off the surface.
You know, we touched on Harris and Mason Lohrei, and you already talked about whether they're going to sign Bowen Byram. I mean, you think about it. Byram, Darlene, Power. On the back end, all making significant dollars.
Byram signed a 2-year, $12.5 million deal. Rasmus Dahlin, by the way, since he came into the league 8 years ago, there are only 6 other defensemen that have more points than he does.
Good player.
He's the captain of the Buffalo Sabres. He was taken first overall back in 2018, and he's got the puck.
He wants to know what NHL playoff hockey's like.
I think so does every Sabres fan. That's the longest drought in National Hockey League history. They haven't made the playoffs in 14 years. Take a look at Rasmus Dahlin. Last year, 5th among defensemen with 17 goals, 4th with 68 points. They're also missing Michael Kesselring on the back end, the New Hampshire native, who was a part of the deal coming over from Utah in exchange for J.J. Peterka. Josh Doan also added the Sabres lineup, and he's playing tonight. His dad Shane played 21 years in the league for Arizona. It started when the franchise was in Winnipeg. That's how long he played. Here's Tage Thompson. 3rd in the league last year with 44 goals. Geekie steals. Pasternak, a step, protects, backhand, line the save. Pasternak almost got a rebound chance while he was down in the slot. Here's Thompson. Crisscrosses, brings it in. The Arizona native will crank it deep. Harris getting a little help from Peak. Lindholm thought about the far wall. Instead, he goes the opposite way. Harris with it. The Haverhill native bangs it back of the net. Peak sent it out to the neutral zone. Arvidsson got the grip of the puck and drives it all the way down. Sabres brush it out to center ice. Tuck to McLeod. Bruins create a turnover. Bang it back out to center ice. Middlestat couldn't reach it. Quinn shoots. This sails wide. Arvidsson caught it in flight. Cut off by Bryson. Played his college hockey at Providence. Arvidsson in the slot. Shoots. Ryan well out of the net to make the save.
A couple of real good opportunities by Boston because they're stretching the neutral zone. The first one was from David Pastrnak on this lengthy pass from Morgan Geekie. He tries to lean in with the right shoulder and protect the puck. Couldn't quite get backhand forehand, so he puts on the brakes, takes with that hard-to-predict backhand shot the line has to get. And a heads-up play by Casey Middlestat. You know, Arvidsson had the puck along the boards right in front of the Bruin bench. He was trying to outrun his man down the side. Puck got knocked off his stick, and Middlestat stopped on the puck, curved back, and then made a long-distance pass to Arvidsson, who continued on his route to create that opportunity.
Minton cranked it in. Took a check after he did. He had the game winner here on Thursday in overtime against the Blackhawks. And even though he's played just over 20 games in the league, he's still considered a rookie by National Hockey League standards. Now Byron trying to joust for the puck to get it free. Back of the net it goes. Lohrei comes down to the hash marks. Looking for Asimont. Centered. Oh, Minton just inches away from snagging that puck. Puck glances off Janot's skate. He's chased by Doan. Lohrei back to help. Chopped free out in front. Swayman was there just in case. Kastelik took a bump. Couldn't get it by Power. Bryson chipped it around. Power to the hash marks. Now Geertsen had a cup of coffee with the Devils a couple years ago. That's his only other NHL experience. Played last year in Vegas' system in Henderson. Now Lohrei to the middle. Janot lifts it out. Didn't get a lot on it, but enough so the Bruins can change. Kastelik barrels in. Lyon had to come out and play it. Kastelik tags up. They battle for it. Corrali across. Harris wings it down low. Husnudinov to Kastelik. They play catch. Peak shot it wide. This puck deflects to the hash marks. Husnudinov across. Harris has to play it off the glass. Kastelik. And Corrali couldn't hold it at the bottom of the left wing circle. Now Thompson fumbled it out at center ice. Kulik snags it. He'll drive. The Bruins get a piece of the pass intended for Thompson. They'll march the other way. Husnudinov drives it in. Pastrnak shoots wide. The save. That puck swings behind it. Pastrnak took a check. And the Sabres will exit.
The Sabres got to that puck just before Corrali could. In behind Lyon on the heavy drive by Pastrnak.
Pastrnak, a goal and 4 points. Those 4 points leads the team here in the first two games. Now the long shot coming in. Quinn got deflected. Quinn chopped at. Zadorov met him there. And this puck slides out to center ice.
There was another quality cross-corner dump in to set up Pastrnak for that one-timer.
Lindholm chopped over the line. Geekie. Sabres converge on him. And they'll flip it out to center ice. We played almost 8 minutes and we're scoreless. Shots 4-1 in favor of the Bruins.
Good shift by that fourth line for Boston last time they were out there.
McAvoy out in front line. The stop on Geekie. Well, Alex Lyon has come up with at least 5 big saves here in the first. Power shoveled it out. McAvoy will track to the corner against Danforth. Zacha trying to help out. stick of Doan. Arvidsson to the middle. With a little speed. Zacha drops. Middlestad to Zacha. Send it out in front. And the Sabres will chip it out to center ice. Bruins have it. They'll come back and regroup. Middlestad. He'll twist ahead. Drove it deep. And both teams will start to change. Now Kozak. He'll go wide. Sabres also missing one of their best young forwards in Zach Benson. He took a puck to the face, and because of some complications from that, had to spend a little time in the hospital. Puck pounded ahead. Swayman around to the far corner. Esamon.
I know when I got hit in the face with a puck and lost about 5 teeth and 40 stitches, got infected and hospitalization. So I don't know if that's the case with Benson, but I can relate.
Sabres are hoping to get him back here in a couple of days, but right now the Bruins and Sabres are scoreless.
Customers bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, play your game.
When looking for a mortgage loan, I was referred to Unibank for their professionalism and excellent customer service. Thank you, Unibank.
With my schedule as a first responder, Unibank was more than flexible. They tailored the specific needs for my construction loan. Thank you, Unibank.
Thank you, Unibank, for making my homeownership dreams come true.
With 14 branches located across Central Mass and Metro West, let us open the door to your new home.
This is the 2026 Nissan Rogue. With a 12.3-inch touch display, it's the most powerful Rogue ever. And has 225 pound-feet of torque. That's a lot of torque. Go Rogue in the 2026 Nissan Rogue. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Now get a low $269 per month lease or get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months on Rogue.
We're back here at the TD Garden as the Boston Bruins and the Buffalo Sabres have played a spirited 9.5 minutes. Score is still 0-0. Boston Bruins lead 6-1 in shots, and they also lead in hits. Nikita Zadorov coming off 7 hits against the Chicago Blackhawks on Thursday. How many times have we seen this play over the years, guys? David Pastrnak hammering it off, the indirect pass off the wall. Good chance there, and this is the best chance of all. Morgan Geekie right between the hash marks. Just can't get it up over the right pad of Alex Line, but a good start for this Boston Bruins here at home.
Well, Brick and Razor, one of the things Marco Sturm said after the game against the Blackhawks, he said, I didn't like the start. They actually drove me crazy in the first 10 minutes. Bad habits. We didn't want to shoot the puck. They just wanted to pass it. We're a team that needs to be direct. Yoki Haru drove it around. Held in by Byram. Back of the net it goes. Zadorov broke into the NHL with the Sabres, taken 16th overall back in the 2013 draft, and then was traded to Colorado in the deal that brought Ryan O'Reilly to Buffalo. Thompson shoots, didn't get a lot on it. Zadorov up the wall, cut off by Zucker. To the slot, Thompson rifled it over the crossbar. Sabres with only 1 shot in the first 10 minutes. Now a steal by Janot. After Dahlin had coughed it up, and then Dahlin a little pop on Janot. Janot takes the license plate. He's going to change. Hopping on is Kulik. The Bruins converge and separate him from the puck. Lori. Diagonally to Lindholm. In it goes. The Yale product, Alex Lyon, drives it around. Intercepted Lindholm to the slot. Pastrnak trying to get that puck to settle. Delayed penalty here on the Sabres. Slam it off the extra attacker, and the Bruins will have the game's first power play. Looks like the Sabres are going to be guilty of a hook.
But if you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right.
You gotta know when to hold.
Pull them already.
Know when to fold 'em.
Travel. Know when to run. 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 He's automatic from the 40.
You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done.
Sarah Benzino, Brandon Coley, Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
What'd she call Harper?
Oh, you mean Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
We actually sold the Twins naming rights.
You know, like stadiums do. Kids are so expensive these days. Here he comes.
Oasis Breeze Tan and Spa.
If you need a tan, I'm your man.
We do business with you.
Or we can look at some investment options for you.
Works for us.
The right money moves aren't as absurd as you think.
It's coming. Winter will descend. Be ready and save on one of Toyota's 23 snow-conquering all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models during Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon. Now, from the longest-lasting brand, you can get 4.75 for $60 on a stylish all-wheel drive RAV4 with comfort and refinement. Plus, get 2 years no-cost maintenance. Winter is approaching, so save at Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
The latest news and behind-the-scenes action from your favorite Boston teams. Follow Nesson on Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok for news and programming updates. Connor Timmins will go to the penalty box. The Bruins playing with the puck, playing with pace, playing in the offensive zone. The stick work by the defenseman, by the Sabres, that'll send them the box. You know, Judd, a year ago when the Bruins had something like this going where they had momentum, they would have a flat power play, and all of a sudden you lose that momentum. Keep it up right here. You need a quality man advantage.
It's 2 for 7 here through the first 2 games. Sent out in front, Lindholm shoots off a skate and wide. Bruins again going to the middle early on the power play. McAvoy, Geeky. His shot blocked. It'll stay on the surface. McAvoy retrieves. Puck's got some English. Keeps it in. Has to contend with McLeod. An excellent penalty killer. Rim to the point. Pasternak. Takes a look. Goes across. McAvoy tried to play it off the wall. And here's Tuck. Tied for the league lead last year with 6 shorties. Bruins get it away from him. They'll head up the ice. It's a 5-on-3. Geeky to the middle. Pasternak pulls left of the net. Back of the cage. Shoots. Line the stop. The rebound available. They poke at it. Pasternak came in late. And that will draw the ire of the Sabres.
Well, it was Pasternak that handled the shorthanded one-on-one. He was back protecting. After the Bruins turned the puck over in the offensive zone, he defended well against Tuck. Good back pedal, good stick, good strong stick. Now you got Tuck deep in the offensive zone. And that's basically a 5-on-3. They were looking for a better chance than this, but still a dangerous chance because it's Pasternak. Little toe drag, short side, backhand, forehand, short side shelf. He went digging for it. You're going to pay a price when you go digging for it like that, certainly.
It's a Bruins Ford Bronco horsepower play.
You know, one thing to notice, Judd, when the puck was out by the blue line and it was, you know, is McAvoy going to keep it in or not? If you watched what Elias Lindholm did, he drifted really close to the play to give McAvoy a short little chip out. That's using the bumper.
Lorai's shot blocked out in front and cleared. Second unit coming on here for Marco Sturm. There's just under a minute remaining on this power play. Connor Timmins in the box and we're scoreless. Husnadinov for Arvidsson. The Bruins a clean entry. Arvidsson will set it up. Lorai shoots from long range line. Got a piece of it but can't control the rebound. Up top Lorai across the one-timer. That blast from Pasternak got blocked. Middlestat to the middle. Danforth snapped it down. Both teams making a few changes. 23 seconds left on the power play. Lorai. He'll wheel his way ahead to Middlestat. to the center circle. It's chopped away from Husnadina. Grabbed by Middlestad. He's got a step. Bruins bring it back into Lori. Off his skate, up top, the long shot deflected off the back glass. Power play about to expire. Timmins is out of the box, but the puck stays in. And then it's swatted away from Lori. This should be icing. Waved off.
Linesman, I don't think felt like Yogi took a direct route to the puck.
Kastelik, he'll barrel deep. Shoots off the side of the net. Bruins grab the rebound. Jokiharju, here it comes. Flying the stop, he went down. Kastelik causing some chaos. And now Lyon gloves it.
Energy after energy after energy. Your power play doesn't let you down. They don't bury one, but they kept the pressure on the Sabres. Would have liked to see Pasternak connect on that one time. We'll get a look at another shot from distance with people in front of the net. That's Kastelik on the shot from the point.
Here you see Henry Jokiharju bidding for his first goal since coming to the Bruins. Acquired last year at the trade deadline in exchange for a low draft pick from Buffalo. The Bruins signed him to a 3-year extension. Alex Lyon getting some equipment worked on right now. Shots are 8-1 to this point, but we're scoreless. Bruins win another faceoff. Peak fires. Blocker save Lyon. Harris dives in. Left of the net, grabbed by the Bruins, wrap around out in front. Corrali denied. Peak fires. Lyon fought it off. Corrali drilled it up top. Harris looking for a lane. Peak finds one, fires. Good screen. This one squirts wide. And now Geertsen out at center ice, lost it. The Bruins re-engage, bring it back in. Corrali off the end boards, back in the cage. Kastelik. Janot. This one ramps up and over the glass.
Love that quick re-entry by Boston. All the Sabres can do is force that puck into center ice. Boston clears and gets right back into the offensive zone to keep the pressure on. This is something that Marco Sturm talked about. We can defend, we can do a nice job in the neutral zone, but the job's not done. It's now how do you counter? How do you re-attack? How do you get back into the offensive zone to create scoring chances? How do we continue to build shot volume? Well, you have a shot mentality. Janot try to let one go from outside the dot. That got deflected up over the glass, but Lions seen a lot of rubber.
Mitten denied on a rebound chance out in front. Here's Dahlin. Indirect up the wall. Read by Jokiharju. He tried to keep it away from Zucker. Zadorov. Asimon shoveled it ahead. Mitten. He'll just crank it out to center ice. Thompson saw Zadorov coming. He spun around the big guy. Thompson 6'7". His shot on net. Swayman the save. Only a second of the period. Dahlin shoots. Blocked by Jokiharju. Dahlin followed up. So you got a forward playing D. 2-on-1, 3-on-1. Mitten to the middle. Mitten gets it back. Lyon the stop on the quick sweep shot by Mitten. Oh, the Bruins thwarted by Alex Lyon all period. We're scoreless.
Missed my window.
You could get in on the action right now.
Now?
Now. Sunday.
That was fast.
It's a live bet montage.
New customers bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win.
Welcome to the most powerful kind of cancer care. Born of teamwork at Mass General Brigham. 80% of all cancers need surgery. One team does the most in New England. One team unites two of the nation's best hospitals, Mass General and Brigham and Women's. One team saves more lives every year. Our team. We're one against cancer. Mass General Brigham.
The next chapter of Audi performance is here. With Quattro all-wheel drive you can feel. And interiors with refined to elevate every mile. One thing's clear: performance never goes out of style. Visit your Audi dealer today and lease the all-new 2025 Audi A5 Premium for $549 a month.
We're back here at the TD Garden. The Boston Bruins, Buffalo Sabres, 0-0. Over the first two games, a big story, guys, has been special teams. And that was addressed this summer. Not only hiring Marco Sturm, but hiring assistant coach Steve Spott, who was with the Dallas Stars the last 3 years. Actually coached against me back in junior a long time ago, guys. But he is tonight's Bruins Rock, presented by Plymouth Rock. Auto and home insurance for Boston sports fans. Paid huge dividends right out of the gates. Two plays that come to mind: the breakout play against Washington for the game-winning goal, and then the 5-on-3 adjustment he made after the second period on Thursday night.
Thanks, Razor. I think one of the things that both Steve Spott and the head coach Marco Sturm wanted to influence when it came to the power play, he said, Marco Sturm in particular said, there was a certain amount of urgency that we wanted to bring back. It just wasn't there. Sabres deflect the puck in deep. Krebs traps it. Krebs came to the Buffalo Sabres in part of the Jack Eichel deal. What a monster deal he just signed with Vegas. And
how about the way they won the other night?
Against San Jose. Wow. Puck flipped in deep by Arvidsson. They don't say how, right? Peak. Harris. Wide. Wedged up top. Peak stopped it with his glove. Back of the net. It goes. Here's Harris. Fired by Saka. He scores! Pavel Saka faded back and ripped one out of the crossbar. Bruins won. Sabres nothing.
More offensive zone time for Boston here in the opening period. It pays off with a 1-0 lead. A bullet of a drive. You got to love it when Jordan Harris gets into the game. And he impacts it. The Bruins D have been very active in the offensive zone. Anytime the puck's been wrapped around, transition side to side, they're anticipating. They're there first. They're keeping plays alive. And that's a nice little move by Saka, who's in tight, and he backs off, and he's shot ready. You know, he starts off in the slot area. He taps the ice, lets Harris know, I'm open, I'm ready for that one-timer, deliver a perfect pass, and he does, and the Bruins take the lead.
Mason Geertsen on the ice was chatting away with Nikita Zadorov just before the puck drop. So let's keep our eyes open as this puck is floated back into the Buffalo end. That Bruins goal presented by Audi. Visit your New England area Audi dealer today. Puck slammed off the linesman, and then we have an offside here. And now Zadorov and Geertsen come together. The linesman and the referee separate Geertsen from Zadorov.
I don't know if this is about the hit that Zadorov laid on Power. I mean, Power's a big dude. He can protect himself, take care of himself. You know, you never know what's being said at ice level, but an educated guess from Zadorov saying, hey, you're a fourth liner. Why am I going to waste my time with you? Something along those lines, perhaps.
Well, there was more conversation as the two teams were making some changes at the red line. This is the first of 4 meetings between these two teams. And they'll see one another again here in Boston at the end of October. Zucker shot it over to the far side behind the play. McAvoy shaken up.
Yeah, that's Zucker. I think he called him for a trip of some sort on this hit on Charlie McAvoy behind the Bruin goal.
Well, if you're just joining us, the Bruins playing tonight without Hampus Lindholm. Don Sweeney joined us in the pregame show and mentioned that he was grateful that it sounds like it's a minor injury.
Number 20, minor penalty. Tripping.
Yeah, Cooley. Nudsucker. An opportunity to avoid that leg contact, the referee felt. McAvoy certainly didn't expect it because he had his back to the player. Referee made the call. Bruins back on the power play, looking to extend their lead here before the first intermission.
Zacha from Harris and Peak at 15:48, the opening strike. Bruins able to control it off the draw. McAvoy deflected by Pastrnak, who got his stick in there before Tuck could. McAvoy peels back. Pastrnak. His shot in got blocked. Geekie up top. McAvoy for Geekie. Now Pastrnak shoots line to save, the rebound available. Digging away is Lindholm. Zacha doing the same. That puck's still free. Lyon just now grabs his stick. Pastrnak shoots off the post. Set back up top for Pastrnak. To the corner. Oh, McAvoy lost it. And the Sabres can get some fresh penalty killers. McAvoy swerves to bring it back in, then it's swatted away from him. This is a Bruins Ford Bronco horsepower play. Lyon. Relayed to the corner. Dahlin couldn't get it by Pastrnak. Pastrnak swirls the puck to the corner. 16 shots already for the Bruins in the period. Here's Zacha. Lohrei almost fumbled it. Zacha comes back to help. And now Dahlin with it. And then he gave it away. Both teams will make some changes. Half a minute to go on this Bruins power play. Here's Arvidsson now. Easy entry. Lohrei. Here it comes. The shot by Jokiharju got blocked. Jokiharju. Arvidsson quickly up top. Lohrei. Middlestat. Now Hustadinov rotates. Middlestat across. Did that shot get in by Arvidsson? And now it's cleared as Kulik exits the box. Quickly. Here's Hustadinov. He'll motor over the line. Gets a return pass. Hustadinov darts around Dahlin. Hustadinov, puck on edge. Harris dusts it off and chips it down low. Middlestat pulls away from a check. Arvidsson braced for the contact coming from his countryman, Rasmus Dahlin. And now Thompson gets it out to center ice. The Sabres actually have some numbers, and then they dump it in. Harris off the wall. Asimov had it glance off his shin pad. Digging away down low. Peak trying to get it away from Zucker. Byram across. Long shot coming in. Whistles wide. The Sabres have only been credited with one shot on goal. Here's Asimov. The puck hopped over his blade. And now Byram floats back into his own end. 30 seconds left here in the first. Power. 25. Slowly will work his way ahead. Timmins shoveled it in. Swayman back to play it. Bruins easily able to sort this out and break out as Kastelik flips it deep. Quinn up the wall. And we have an icing call here on Buffalo with 4 seconds left.
Yeah, one more chance with a face-off win to get another shot on goal, get up to 18. You know, another quality power play. The entries were good. The pace was good. They moved the puck. The retrievals were good. A little bit of luck. That shot by Pastrnak finds the back of the net, but it hit the iron to the blocker's side. Bruins not losing any momentum with the man advantage. In fact, keeping the pressure on these Sabres. Outstanding opening 20.
Lindholm wins it. Geekie up top. Here it comes. And Pasternak's drive just set wide. Did Lyon get a piece of it? And the horn will sound, but a thoroughly dominant opening 20 minutes for the Bruins. Brick, the only thing that kept the score close, Alex Lyon.
Yeah, he was the best player by far, and he had to be. The Bruins checked every box in terms of how they wanted to play in this hockey game tonight.
Sophia, Billy, and Barry coming up next.
I'm stumped. Friendly insurance lizard, first letter G. Geppetto?
Come on, you just switched to Geico for car insurance? They knew exactly what you needed?
The friendly people at Geico weren't lizards.
Think European accent, yay big.
Napoleon?
No.
Not even a lizard.
Maybe I can help. No way, it's the Geico Gecko. This guy knows crosswords.
64 across is quibble.
Thank you.
Get more support.
Is that how you spell fracascia?
Get more with Geico.
If you've been thinking about making that move, finding an edge, going from 5 figures to 6, growing your confidence 5-fold, thinking beyond that 9 to 5 to do business on your own time, growing your fleet, then growing it again, taking a big step from 500 square feet to 2,500. Do it all on your terms with Salem 5, because with the power of 5 in your hands, there's no telling where you'll go. Make your move. Salem 5.
When life puts you in the driver's seat, it should feel like it was made exactly for you. The BMW X1, X3, and X5. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Take advantage of exceptional lease and finance offers today.
Liberty Mutual customizes.
Wait, am I in one of those Liberty Mutual commercials where they stand in front of the Statue of Liberty and talk about how Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need?
Yes.
Huh. What happens in this one?
Seagulls.
Oh, I like it. How are you doing?
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Ready is already prepared. Ready is always relevant and always there when you need it. Ready connects you to what's next, right now. For over 100 years, Oakers Technologies has been your single source IT partner. Keeping you future ready.
At Doth's, an ordinary pretzel just isn't enough. So they add savory seasoning and tempting buttery flavor into every delicious twist. Now that's enough to make you order a special delivery.
That seems like a lot.
They're really good. Doth's, sensationally seasoned pretzels.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Welcome to the Bruins First Intermission Report presented by BuyAToyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit BuyAToyota.com. Sophia, Billy, and Barry here with you. 1-0 after 20 minutes of play. Shots 16-1. The Sabres only credited with 1. I thought they had 2, but anyway, I digress. Guys, let's show you all the chances with those 16 shots that the Bruins have had.
More than that, it's how they got their chances early. A little bit of a teeny bit of a sloppy-ish start. Okay, whatever, you get through it. But then the Bruins working on their quick-up game. They're good recovery there. You see how the forward geeky is tight, the defender, and then he quick ups to Pasta. Pasta tries to get inside. He just can't get by him right there on Timmins, but this is a good pass, and then watch, he's going to try and use the right shoulder to get inside. I give Timmins credit. Pretty strong play, and then Lyons again with the nice save. Here's another opportunity. Get the puck. Look. Middlestat then goes up the ice. I like how the Bruins are thinking stretch the second they get the puck.
Yeah, and as we talked about, the reason Buffalo has not made the playoffs in 14 years is because their lack of defensive team structure. And boy, did we see that very evident that first period as the Bruins were able to forecheck. There's no reason to be fancy in this game.
No.
I mean, Buffalo back on D is hurting. Their forwards don't think defensively. Get it in deep and continue to forecheck and win the one-on-one battles.
All right, much like my birthday weekend, a bit of low to high. You like that? No?
No,
all right,
or
all right.
high to low.
High to low.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Bruins with some low to high chances, guys.
Barry, I thought that this was, to your point about forecheck simplicity, I thought the de-engagement factor was excellent coming down wall. You saw Lowry do it there. But then regularly, especially I thought the second half of the period, we saw an awful lot of plays that went low to high. These are chances right off the face-off. These aren't exactly what we're talking about. When the puck gets deep, then the defenseman, because everybody's going to try and shrink back, is going to be, here you go. There's one example. Low to high, pump it towards the net. I thought how the Bruins, there are many more of those, probably 4 or 5, that showed the Bruins constantly going low, high, flush right to the net.
I think the reason why that's opening is because Buffalo's struggling so bad as a team defense. They're getting all 5 guys back and trying to protect the house, right? So guess what, guys? Get it to the point and get it to the net.
There's a lot to love about this goal. Secondary scoring, Pavel Zacha, but Jordan Harris with an assist.
Yeah, and Billy talked the last highlight or two about the defenseman being active and jumping in. Here's a good job, getting it deep, winning some battles, getting them to turn it over, and staying very active, Billy. Not standing around at the point. When there's an opportunity, get in there. Here's your high to low play, getting it back behind the net. Harris makes a nice pitch here, and boy, Zacha does a good job. Billy, as you see him move back in that slot,
I love it.
You see him tap his stick like, I want that thing. I am ready.
I love this, and this is the type of thing, you know how much I like to tell kids watch this. This is because don't puck watch. Here we have Pavel. See, he could stay on Harris. Instead, he says to Jordan, I'm going to get open for you to provide you an opportunity to make a play. Too many times often kids will just watch it and then go to the net, open up ice for yourself for the one-timer. What a shot, too.
Yeah, and if Harris didn't see me, if I'm Zacha, he heard me because I went, bang, bang, give me that thing.
All right, guys, we're actually going to hear from Pavel Zacha after the break, and we're going to send it to break with a little bit of Saturday sound with Casey Middlestat and Marco Sturm reading the lines ahead of today's game.
For us, again, the start is going to be important. We want to have a structured game, okay? Don't take it lightly. Be honest, okay? Be direct, okay? And be hard. All right, right from the start. Okay, let's go.
All right, boys, let's go. Up front, we got Lindy, Geeks, Costa. On the back end, we got Mace, C-Mac. Oh, yeah. And in that, we got Sway.
It's Ford Truck Month. The right time to get into a capable new F-150. #1 in new vehicle quality. An F-150 hybrid tech that keeps you going. No wonder Ford F-Series are the best-selling truck for 48 years straight. All with offers that work hard for you. Get a new F-150 with 2.9% APR for 60 months or $299 a month for 36 months. Only from your New England Ford dealers.
Get in and get comfortable. You'll be comforted knowing you can rent what you need or buy what you rent. Get comfortable with the features and performance. Use eligible models for up to 90 days. Then apply that rental cost to the purchase. Now that's comforting. Rent to purchase, the most comfortable way to get into a cat.
Man, I miss working from home. Tell me about it. I work great from home.
The home crowd loves it.
I collaborate just fine from home. I like the environment more.
I think I'm more productive at home. Some say there's too many distractions at home. All right, maybe that one's true.
We never can expect what's going to happen on this half-an-hour program. So much fun.
New England's premier food and lifestyle program, Dining Playbooks, Saturday mornings at 9, Encores Sunday night at 9 on Nesson, driven by your New England Chevy dealers. You know, Jenny, between TV shoots and road trips, we're always on the go.
Well, that's why we count on Chevy, the Silverado, the Equinox, the Trax.
Dependable, stylish, and built for busy lives.
From city streets to weekend escapes, Chevy has us covered.
Spacious, sporty, and packed with features we love.
Chevy together.
What a season of Red Sox baseball.
This magical run hits 10 in a row.
When you are a Red Sox fan, I mean, come on. You have to feel good about it.
Fenway Park was electric.
Swing and a drive!
The most walk-offs in baseball.
There's magic in the greens.
Rookies emerge.
Let the kids play.
Aces dominated.
Cut on and miss, struck him out.
The Sox went back to the playoffs for the first time in 4 years.
Were you not entertained or what, man?
As the season ends, the dawn of a new era begins.
The future is bright.
Stay locked in with NESN through awards season, free agency, the winter meeting.
We're going to look for opportunities to get better.
Moves that will lift a team on the rise.
We're all really excited about the road ahead.
This is only just the beginning.
The Bruins' first intermission report on NESN is presented by buyatoyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit buyatoyota.com. Don't miss a single Bruins game this season. You can download your Bruins calendar on NESN.com/schedule for all the games on NESN and NESN 360. Meanwhile, let's take you to this first period game summary presented by buyatoyota.com. 1-0 for the Boston Bruins. Shots 16-1, 0-for-2 on the power play though in terms of goals. Pavel Zacha was the goal scorer, and he talked to Razor.
Pavel, what a period by you guys. Just dominated from start to finish.
Yeah, I think it was good. We, the first line who went on set up the other line to be, able to succeed, put pucks deep, win a lot of battles, but especially putting pressure on their D, and that's when you do it line by line. That's how you beat teams, and they make some mistakes.
You got your line, did it, especially on your goal, being able to drive it low. Harris did a great job driving. You recognized that, popped out, and finished well. That's that wave that you guys had. We were able to wear them down on that shift as well.
Yeah, I think, when you have them a little bit tired, I think there was, a couple chances in a row, shift by shift, and then, Harry made a great play, saw me that I'm going to pop out and pass it to me, and, even RV was net from there for me too, so in case, I didn't score, we had the rebound, 2 guys around the net, so that's how you have to play.
Nice to get the first one for the season, right? So you're not worried about that. They got to push back. You guys had such a good first period. What the focus and working on getting them deep again here early in the second period?
Yeah, I think even finishing checks, I think, we were being physical, and that helps a lot to kind of get in the game, and that's what we exactly have to do, start of the second period and keep them going.
All right, have a good 40.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, guys, so no goals on the power play, but something we've been discussing early on in the season is if they're getting looks, we're okay with that.
Looks are great, and they'll lose momentum. I love the entries. I do. I love how much. It's so much more pleasing to watch, Barry. It is much more efficient. It's less stationary. It is less predictable. Look, here you go. You got 1, 2 options, 3. Arvidsson, a little chip wide, gets it back. I mean, that's what you got to do. Now, does it mean success? No, but it sure as heck means a lot better chance of success than what we saw last year.
Yeah, you got some speed going through the neutral zone, and to your point, that means I have options, and then I could get Buffalo back on their heels a little bit. Now I get them running around. I'm going to get some opportunities. But to you, as your point, I think this year, to me, you can see early on, Billy, breakouts. When they throw it back, it's not just one guy. It's 2 guys with speed. They're closer together. So now all of a sudden you can pick on a defenseman. You can pick on a forward and try and 2-on-1 them.
Yeah, all too often last year, guys, the Bruins puck carrier got isolated and literally skated into the web of penalty kill. You just can't do that, and it was just not efficient.
And as Razor was just alluding to in his interview with Pavel, he was kind of trying to say, you better be ready here at the beginning of the second period, because
push back.
If Lindy Ruff isn't giving it to him, a couple veterans in there better start saying something.
All right, some hot stuff going on as well. It is going to be puck drop for the second period. We're going to be back in the intermission. Enjoy the rest of the game.
I'm going to put him in a leg lock. It's over. No.
Find your wins. New Amsterdam Vodka.
It's coming. Winter will descend. Be ready and save on one of Toyota's 23 snow-conquering all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models during Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon. Now, from the longest-lasting brand, you could get a $285 a month lease on a Tacoma with a total contract cost of only $14,773, plus 2 years no-cost maintenance. Winter is approaching, so save at Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Ryan Miller.
Nate Jones.
Gina Costa.
Grabs his phone.
Checks his notifications.
Opens the Fidelity app.
With Fidelity, it's easier than ever to invest the way you want.
Ding, ding, ding.
Get a second opinion.
Nate likes what he sees.
Set your investment to automatic and buy U.S. stocks and ETFs for as little as $1.
With no fees or commissions. Because that's how Gina likes to invest.
Same page?
That was easier than I thought.
Talk about easier investing.
Still dealing with moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease symptoms despite treatment? Put them in check with Rinvoq. Rinvoq works differently, and it's a once-daily pill.
When symptoms tried to take control, I got rapid relief with Rinvoq. Check.
Rinvoq helped visibly repair my intestinal lining. Check.
I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
Rapid symptom relief. Visible repair of the intestinal lining.
And lasting steroid-free remission. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Put UC and Crohn's in check. And keep them there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
I don't think they'll take that here.
Of course they take Discover. It's accepted in 99% of places.
99%? I didn't know that.
You're stuck in the past, baby.
You're the one who owns 13 pairs of parachute pants?
Well, fashion is cyclical. They'll be back. Right? Hopefully.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide. Earn cash back at all of them.
I'm gonna put him in a leg lock. It's over. No.
Find your wins. New Amsterdam Vodka.
Boston Bruins hockey on NESN is brought to you by Audi. Visit your New England area Audi dealer today. By BJ's, Boston's hometown wholesale club, where you can save up to 25% off grocery store prices. By buyatoyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit buyatoyota.com. And by Plymouth Rock, auto and home insurance for Boston sports fans. Fraser Minton said he used some deception to score that overtime game winner on Thursday night. The Bruins ringing up their first home victory of the season over the Blackhawks. Bruins with a 1-0 lead over the Buffalo Sabres as we're about ready to start the second period here in Boston. You see some Bruins dads in the building tonight. There you take a look at Peter Harris along with his wife Ginny. Peter played some college hockey at UMass Lowell. Charlie Sr. also in the building here tonight. Charlie McAvoy's dad has been kind enough to wear a wire for us at Saturday Sound.
Charlie! No. You're a very nice lady. Way to go, Mrs. McAvoy. Zadorov's been playing good. I like his game. He's been playing real physical, Zadorov.
Oh, yeah.
Throwing the body. Yep. There you go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, Charlie talked about how big his dad has been in his hockey career throughout his life. The man nicknamed the Wolf.
And do we know how he got that nickname? I didn't get the full story from Charlie a few years ago on that one, so I'm working on that one. Okay. Keep me posted. I will. I love the origin of nicknames. Who had your favorite nickname?
Oh. There's just so many.
Thompson.
I still love Beach. Remember Al Peterson?
Yes,
stay-at-home defenseman, shot blocker? He was so white. We had to call him Beach.
Who in particular gave him that nickname?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
McAvoy stays on the ice. He got shaken up in the first period after he got tripped by Yuri Kulik. Charlie taking on an even bigger role this season as one of the leaders on the team.
And there were 3 guys wearing an A, along with David Pasternak, and it was being worn by Hampus Lindholm. If you're just joining us, Lindholm out of the lineup. He got hurt in the first period against the Blackhawks. And Marco Sturm said this morning, day-to-day, he's supposed to get on the ice tomorrow. And as of right now, he said he should be on the Bruins' upcoming road trip. Bruins are going to leave after Monday's game. They're going to head west to see Vegas, Colorado, and Utah. And the Bruins are going to go shorthanded for the first time.
Yeah, that's what Dahlin can do. You know, he fights off the forecheck, jumps into the play, speeds to the outside. Geekie reaches in.
Boston, number 39, minor penalty. Hooking.
Yeah, gifted skater. You know, just picks up speed, takes that little short pass down the left wing. Geekie reaches in with the stick into the hands of the puck carrier. That's automatic.
So an early opportunity for the Sabres to get right back in it as the Bruins crank it all the way down. The Bruins penalty killing excellent here in the first 2 games of the season. 8 for 8. Dahlin off the wall to Tuck. The latecomer is Thompson. Shoots. Gobbled up by Swayman.
Not even a thought of getting into a setup there. You know, they use the extra delay to get the puck to Thompson. He gets inside the tops of the circles. He's shooting.
2-time 40 goals scored. Thompson's led the Sabres in goals each of the last 4 seasons. Here's Dahlin to the middle. Shoots wide off the back mesh. Rimmed up top. Nobody was home. Dahlin back to get it. He sent it back, and nobody was there on the delay. Boy, Buffalo's had some instances here during the game where they look just out of sorts. Thompson scrambles over the line. Mitten frees it 2-on-1, short-handed. Mitten brings it in to Janot. Shoots wide. Thompson off the rush. Met by Harris. Bodied him away from the puck. The Bruins rim it around, but not out. Held in nicely by Tuck to Power. He has 1 power play goal in his career. Given away by the Sabres and cleared by Mitten.
No, another great play by Mitten. Everybody converged on the puck area. That was Tage Thompson. Don't allow him any time or space to make a play. And then a heads-up self-pass, indirect off the wall to create that 2-on-1 and a perfect pass, as you know.
25 seconds left in the kill for the Bruins. Sent out in front. It was there for Byram, but he fanned on the one-time. Kulik to the dot. Swayman reaches up with the left hand and gloves it.
Yeah, we'll go back to the shorthanded chance. Fraser Mitten getting the job done, killing penalties. That's a nice little tag team, self-pass. As soon as the Buffalo Sabre commits to him, now the passing lane's available.
Tanner Janot bidding for goals in back-to-back games.
Yeah, Ryan McLeod trying to defend there. That's a forward 2-on-1, short-handed.
Here's Power. 10 seconds left on the Bruins penalty. Power off the end boards. Out in front, read by Swayman. And that puck sticks to him.
I'm not sure if that was intentional, but it's a heck of a play. If you miss straight on from where you're shooting the puck, you're owing Power. You know that you'll get the angle off the backboards to come to the front of the net. Trying to see if we can get a look if that was done intentionally. I don't think it was, but it worked out to be a pretty good opportunity as a result.
Owen Power last year, 7 goals, 1 of them on the power play. It's the only power play goal he has scored in his 5 years in the league. He was the first overall pick by the Sabres back in the 21 draft out of the University of Michigan. 5 seconds left in the kill for the Bruins. They win the draw. Yoki Harju couldn't drive it around. Geertsen's out there. The Bruins able to get the puck. Now Middlestat trying to sort it out. He turned it over. Right back of the net. Geekie back on the ice. That puck hit a rut in the boards. Geekie will settle it down. Zadorov fades it back. Up the wall. Zacha. A little adventure getting this puck out.
Protected the puck well. Maintained possession. Leads to an easy clear.
Arvidsson had it slapped away. Zadorov thought about diving in. Instead, he'll retreat. And he's got it. Drilled it up the wall. Held in by Doan. In the corner, Harris traps his check. Middlestad over to help. Sabres making a change during this scrum. And Zacha has it to Harris. Broke into the NHL with Montreal. Played last season with Columbus, but a healthy scratch for the bulk of the year. Played just over 30 games. Danforth chips down low. Peak battling him. Again, that puck hit that rut. Buffalo keeps it in, and the cross-ice pass out to the neutral zone. Brought in by Thompson, going wide. Blockered aside by Swayman, away from Kulik. And then Swayman takes this one into the breadbasket. Here's the key player presented by GMC. We are professional grade, and we go back to last year's World Championships. Tage Thompson, as a part of that team, scored the golden goal in overtime early, and the United States winning gold in that event for the first time since 1933. And at the other end, Jeremy Swayman earned the victory. He pitched a shutout and went 7-0 to run the table in the tournament. Andrew Peak, Mason Lohrei, also a part of that team. Geekie is steal. In comes Pasternak. Shoots on the crossbar. McAvoy to Lohrei. Lindholm got a piece of it with the heel of his stick. Around to Pasternak. Looking for Lindholm. Bounced off a check. Geekie swoops in. This puck will just trickle out. Sabres burst the other way. It missed Dahlin. Swayman stays in the net. Pasternak works back for it. To the neutral zone, Lindholm. Pasternak enters. To the corner, Geekie. Centered. Tuck was there. And now the Sabres will motor out to center ice. Timmins, a long feed. Quinn pulls up. Tripped up. Penalty on the Bruins. Timmins across. This shot coming in from Samuelson. Bruins got a piece of it. Extra attacker on. Krebs. McLeod. 20-goal scorer a season ago. Timmins. Samuelson. McLeod. Right of the net. Swayman, what a stop with the glove as he lunged to his left. And then Krebs gets involved back of the net with Lohrei.
Well, Quinn streaking down that left side, had a lot of open ice, and they had a little stop, cutback move. Fraser Mitten get his stick in a bad spot. He's going to go to the penalty box. The Bruins going to be short-handed, but the Sabres did a nice job of maintaining possession while they got the goaltender pulled to play a little 6-on-5 on the delayed penalty, and it led to a pretty good stop by Jeremy Swayman.
Buffalo, number 93, minor penalty.
We're going to look at the penalty. Nice little cutback move right there. And then a fake shot by McLeod. Going to set up Krebs on the opposite side of the ice. Didn't get all of it, but Swayman still had to have that glove over the left pad.
Sabres looking for their first goal this season. They were shut out by the Rangers on opening night. They've come out with a little bit more intensity here to start the second. Peak, back of the net. Bruins missing the pass, so this puck will stay in, then Zacha digs it out. Dahlin will fade back into his own end. To McLeod. In it goes. Swayman stops it. Swung it to Peak in a difficult position to try and clear it. Corrali flipped it back of the net. Zadorov up the glass. This won't get out. Up top, Thompson healed it. Bruins have it now. And Peak will motor around Thompson and will flip it deep, and the Bruins will make some changes. Just over a minute left on the Minton penalty. 1-0 Bruins on a Pavel Zacha first period goal. Byram gave it away, and Harris pumps it down.
Well, good angle by Castellan. Good use of the skate. Pressure with the stick. Skate in a good spot.
Here's Byram. Leaves it for the late coming Quinn. The youngster will wheel over the line. Harris almost got that. It pops out in front. Swayman had it just out of his reach, and the Bruins chop it out to center ice. Power to the middle. Jeannot got a piece of that. Byram to Doan. Now Quinn looks up top, fades to the corner. Quinn turns away to Power. Holds. Watched by Kastelik. Kastelik got a piece of that dish, and out it comes. And now a steal. Kastelik to the slot. Walks in. Shot it wide. And Lyon has lost his glove. And it's going to be a hook.
Any question about a penalty shot there, Judd? I guess he wasn't in clean. But a couple of great plays back in the defensive zone by Kastelik on the PK.
Buffalo penalty number 25. Jimmy Minor for hooking.
And then he pursues the puck into the neutral zone, and he bats down another puck to create the offensive chance. Again, good stick position, good body position. Bats this one down. Tries to go backhand, forehand, and around Lyon. Just not able to finish the opportunity. Stick into the hands.
We'll come back for 4-on-4. Actually, a Bruins power play when we return.
Wow, DraftKings, that's an aggressive offer. Right, Paul Bissonnette?
Yeah, great offer.
Biz? What's with them?
You're a business star!
I've watched a lot of hockey from the penalty box, so they make me feel at home.
Those throw pillows don't match!
It's nice to have fans.
New customers turn $5 into $200 if your bet wins. Paid instantly in bonus bets. The crown is yours.
Guys, too far.
See you tomorrow, Paul.
Look at this guy.
What?
Yo,
Sick car, man. Hey, what's going on, bro?
Can I charge my phone? Hey, can I get the password for the Wi-Fi?
Oh, let's change the music.
Bose? Dang. Have I got something in my teeth? Oh.
Loaded with features for everyone.
Nice, man.
How it should be. The Hyundai Elantra. Right now, lease a Hyundai Elantra SE for $169 a month or get 2.99% APR for 48 months. Hurry in. And Doug.
Imagine if we could tell everyone here that Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance to save people hundreds.
Leave him! It's a mascot!
Oh, what's this? A fan has run out onto the field, and he's not wearing pants.
Do birds need pants?
And the control room censored it.
Oh! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Bruins will have their third chance on the power play, trying to extend their lead. It's currently at 1-0. Mark Kastelik drawing a hooking penalty from Owen Power. Rick, you asked whether or not there was a chance that could be a penalty shot. Maybe because he was too in tight, he also got that chance available. Sometimes they look at, did the infraction deny him an opportunity?
Yeah, but we've seen penalty shot calls that don't meet all the criteria. And it's almost like it's judgment time for the official. I was just wondering.
Bruins win the draw. McAvoy, Geeky, Zacha. Oh, he fanned on his centering pass. That puck might have had some spin.
Yeah, he looked at Lindholm first in the slot area in the bumper, and it looked like he wanted to change his mind and go across the top of the crease to Pastrnak.
It's a Bruins Ford Bronco horsepower play. Lindholm to Zacha. Again, an easy entry, but given away, and down it goes.
Yeah, easy read right there from McLeod.
New guys coming on the ice for Lindy Ruff. Zacha. Lindholm Entering is Geekie. Holds, carries to the point. Now Pastrnak back of the net. Different spot for him in the office behind the cage. Geekie going to wing it back of the net. Coming over to help is Zacha. Up top McAvoy. Now Zacha shoots, blocked, rebound, just skidded away from Geekie. Pastrnak. Lindholm dished it up top. McAvoy. Pastrnak. Here it comes. Blocked, rebound, Lyon! Oh, what a stop! A desperation save with a glove.
Well, a couple of almosts here on this power play. Again, good time in the offensive zone. Nice pass to Zacha through the seam. That puck ricochets right to Geekie, but it's spinning and bouncing and hops over the blade of his stick. Pastrnak gets this pass in motion. He's trying to improve his angle. Sabres trying to get in the shooting lane. The puck deflects over, and Lindholm thinks he has almost a sure goal. And Lyon on his back, able to get it with the glove.
I'm going to redo this draw. Lindholm bidding for power play goals in 3 straight games. Denied there by Alex Lyon. Lyon last year spent the season in Detroit. He's bounced around a little bit in Florida, Carolina, Philly, and now here in Buffalo. This is his 9th year in the league.
Raised a lot of shot volume by Boston. Is there a book on Alex Lyon?
Rick, there isn't. He's a little bit old school as the Bruins get another opportunity on the power play. They're moving it around. He's, if you remember him winning game 2 as a Florida Panther goaltender a few years ago in the playoffs. He's kind of all over the place like that, but he's athletic and he's really smart. Great hockey sense.
Lorei. Arvidsson back to Lorei. Middlestad on the half wall. Husnudinov. He'll swoop to the circle. Give and go with Middlestad. Tapped away from Husnudinov. 7 seconds left in the power play. Middlestad backhand. Line the save. Couldn't corral the rebound. Bruins get it back. Arvidsson digging away. It squirts to the middle. Look out. Power coming out of the box. You got a 2-on-1. Power to the slot. Shoots wide. He missed the target. Middlestad in transition. Husnudinov with Buffalo trying to sort it out and change. Bruins are going to do some changing themselves. And now Zadorov will come on and settle it. Across to McAvoy. Nice play by Eyssimont to get this puck in. Kastelik. Zadorov. He cranked it off the end boards. Bothered as he was coming in to shoot that puck. Out in front, they score! This long shot deflects home. Corrali was camped out in front. And the Bruins, after being thwarted by Alex Lyon, able to deflect one home, and Mark Kastelik makes it 2-0.
The way Corrali celebrated, I don't think he touched it, and that's why he went racing over to his line mate. Mark Kastelik was having a strong game. It might have deflected off something, because it definitely went from a certain height down. Yeah, right there off Timmins. And off the back of Timmins, dropped straight down, right through the 5-hole, it looked like, through line on the wrist shot by Kastelik. It's nice to get rewarded when you're doing all the right things. You're killing penalties, you're being physical, you're doing fourth line work, and then you tuck one.
The hockey gods hooking him up. Here's Geertsen on the ice after the Bruins add to the lead. And this one is backhanded all the way down. Mitten hustling. No icing. Bryson gets there. Mitten will lock up with him. And now Buffalo able to get it out to the neutral zone. Can't bang it in. Harris chipped it ahead just out of Mitten's reach in transition. Now Power. Bryson couldn't drive it in. They battle away in front of the visiting penalty box. Geertsen a little smack on Janot. Here's Doan. Backhand. Swing in the stop. There was a rebound available. Janot to the middle. Janot flings it in. Lyon gloves it down. Pastrnak couldn't corral it. 3-on-3. Buffalo comes across. Danforth chipped it deep to the far side. Geekie couldn't hold on to it. Now Dahlin's shot blocked by Pastrnak. Just over 8 minutes remaining in the second period. Bruins with 1 in the first, 1 here in the second. Lindholm with a hit. Byram able to stay with it. Lindholm trying to dig and get it free. First division game of the season for the Bruins. Last year against the Atlantic, they were 11-11-4. Bruins deny the blue line. Kaslick spears it ahead to Geekie. Off the glass, back of the net, Corrali. Surrounded by 2 Sabres. Kaslick trying to help. Sabres paddle it in. Swayman. He's made a couple of big saves in this period after not getting tested at all in the first. It was all Bruins in the first 20. Power. Spun it up the wall. Kulik just out of his reach. Bruins relay it ahead. Flipped in by Corrali. Marco Sturm wants a change. Bruins had some issues with the changes on Thursday night against the Blackhawks. A game they won 4-3 in overtime. Here's Power. Slowly walks it ahead. Hacked in, and Peak has got it.
That's good structure right there in the neutral zone. No speed, no entry, turnover by the Sabres.
Harris stops. Sweeps it deep. Power jammed against the wall by Middlestat. Zacha in to try and pry it free. Bruins create a turnover. Harris, Peak, shoots, deflected. Lyon able to stop that dribbler. And then Middlestat got involved out in front, and the linesman will step in between he and Owen Power. Mark Kaslick from the right point threw a high one that got knocked down and through Alex Lyon to give the Bruins a 2-0 lead.
If there's anything I know, there's no wrong way. As long as it's your way. It could be simple, a little flashy, but sometimes, right there, how's that? You just feel it.
All customers get a profit boost every NFL game day.
Finding new adventures and extra confidence and extra miles and room for everyone and standout style. Courage Chevy lessees can get this 2026 Equinox for around $319 a month. Or well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing on all 2026 Equinox models.
Welcome to Arbella.
We're here for the mascot audition.
Every major insurance company needs one.
That's kind of not our thing. We do the awesome customer service thing.
We original Puritan settlers came here on the ship Arbella
to deliver good tidings and savings on home and auto bundles.
Why don't you leave a card?
The mobile number is at the bottom.
At Arbella, we're here for good.
Might you perhaps validate our donkey?
Time now for the Ford Sports Deck at TD Garden Report, presented by your New England Ford dealers. For 48 straight years, more people have put their hard-earned money on a Ford F-Series pickup than on any other truck. And it's busy here in the Nesson studio, in the Nesson suite, in the Ford Sports Deck. My friends from Toronto here, I'm very quickly converting them into Bruins fans. But someone you didn't need to convert into Bruins fans, that is Jordan Harris's family, because, of course, Jordan from Massachusetts, his newly made fiance, he just got engaged over the summer, also from Mass, guys. And Jordan Harris's father, Pete, huge Nesson fan.
Out in front, thanks, Sove, as the Bruins almost scooped up a loose puck in the slot, and the Sabres will burst the other way. Flipped in, Swayman flicked it to the corner. And now Middlestat with it. He'll crank it to the corner. Arvidsson hoping to get there first off the shelf and over the glass. Well, Jordan Harris also mentioned during training camp that he has a fridge magnet with a picture of Marco Sturm and me when Marco came to one of our practices in Marlboro when I was 10. Wow. And Marco was playing for the Bruins. So that was a huge thrill. Marco was playing here for the Bruins, and he came out to watch that youth team. Here's Tuck. Shoulders Lorai aside. Back of the net, Tuck let it roll. Now to Quinn. Back of the net. It's raked to the circle. McAvoy's got it. He had an assist on the Kastelik goal. As Minton will carry it ahead. Reaches the red line, flipped it in. Bruins will make a change on D. Sabres the other way. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the second. Shots are 24-10 in favor of the Bruins. 8-7 Sabres this period. Of course, after the audit from Toronto, those numbers may change. Thompson going wide. Swayman takes it right into the crest. Jeremy Swayman has been solid. Tage Thompson and the Sabres trailing 2-0.
Buying a Toyota certified used vehicle lets you check all the boxes for great value. You see, every Toyota Gold certified used vehicle comes with a factory-backed 1-year comprehensive warranty, a 7-year powertrain warranty, 7 years of roadside assistance, and peace of mind, knowing Toyota is the longest-lasting brand. Now you could get 4.99 for 60 on a Gold certified RAV4, Camry, or Corolla. See local listings at toyotacertified.com. The best new cars make the best used cars.
Man, this takes me back to the 2000s.
All your Y2K favorites are back for only $3 or less. Only at Taco Bell.
Kick back when you fake like that.
Introducing the new Infiniti QX60. True luxury refuses to follow. It leads.
I'ma kick back when you fake like that. Header of the game, I don't play that fact.
The unmistakable 2026 Infiniti QX60.
This Monday at 12:30, don't miss Bruins Face-Off Live, presented by Plymouth Rock. Get the latest news, expert commentary, and exclusive interviews with players, coaches, and management. Tune in 30 minutes before puck drop on NESN and NESN 360.
5 minutes to go here in the second period. Rick, one of the things that the Bruins expected after a dominant first period is that the Sabres were going to push back. The Bruins look like they've weathered that and added on.
Yeah, they've done a nice job, particularly against Tage Thompson. He's had some shots, but they've been long range, long distance, and not really all that threatening, which is a good thing. Very critical these next 5 minutes. You're in total control of this hockey game right now, yet it's only 2-0. You got to finish this period off just the way you've played the first 35.
2-on-1, Pasternak centered, and that pass denied. Now Thompson. He is dangerous from any portion of that offensive zone, the way he can shoot the puck. We talked about it a little bit earlier in the game. He had 2 hat tricks against the Bruins last year in the season series of his 44 goals, which was one more than David Pasternak had. Zadorov's going to settle it down. Both teams making some changes. Bruins guided out to center ice. The pass wasn't clean to Corrali. Quinn to the corner. Bryson returns to Quinn. Almost lost it as he penetrated. This shot coming in. Swayman the save. No Sabres in the vicinity. Byram across. Bryson shoots. Missed the target. And Corrali smacked it back into the Buffalo end. Zadorov heads off. Yoki Hardy on. Corrali shoots. Line the save.
Jake Hasterling.
Harris, who set up the Zaka goal in the first period, couldn't keep it in. This puck flips out. Jokiharju up the wall. Corrali, he'll use the boards. Ustadinov will do the same. Lyon waits for it, the trapezoid. A full change for the Bruins. Just over 3 minutes remaining here in the second. Danforth, shoulder to shoulder with McAvoy. Up top, it's sent to the point, and the rebound off the drive from Samuelson, hopped out. Arvidsson, twist to the middle. Poke check by a back-checking Krebs. Turned over, Middlestad a good stick. Timmins tries the far side, just out of Arvidsson's reach. Doan had it and lost it. Corralled by McAvoy. Puck hopping around. Lohrei across to McAvoy. Arvidsson. Middlestad. He'll shovel it deep. Marco Sturm wants a change. 2.5 minutes remaining in the second, as the Bruins continue to manage this 2-0 lead. In a corner, Thompson. Smacked off his stick. Zucker battling away, a 7-time 20-goal scorer. Power fanned down by Dahlin. We got a penalty here. And this looks like it's going to go to Buffalo.
Yeah, Tage Thompson, I think, interfered right in front of the Bruin net.
Buffalo penalty number 72, career minor, career appearance.
Yeah, Sabres with some offensive zone time. They wire the puck around. You got 3 Bruin forwards out high. If you watch what's happening right in front of Jeremy Swayman, that's Tage Thompson. Away from the puck, making contact. He'll go for an interference. Boston with a late power play here in period 2.
A significant opportunity for the Bruins. Bruins winning their first 2 games of the season in Washington and then back at home against the Blackhawks.
Yeah, and don't lose your details. Meaning if the puck turns over, you still got to play some D even though you're 5-on-4.
Kiki had lost his stick.
Yeah, he went for a hand pass, I think.
So the face-off will come right in front of the Bruins bench. Morgan Geekie with an empty netter and an assist here to start the season. Both of those came on opening night.
That was not a Nick Foligno play.
We saw him guilty of a face-off violation as the centerman gloving that puck back.
We had a healthy discussion about that postgame, didn't we?
I think it's a good one. When is it no longer a face-off?
Right.
Geekie one-hands it over, then tests the stick. And this puck lofted back into the Bruins' end. Bruins in the early stages of a power play. Lindholm meanders around a Charlie McAvoy pick. McAvoy directs it to Pasternak. Fires! Blocker save made by Line. He almost lost his stick. Geekie dug it out. Retrieved to Pasternak. Now Geekie mobbed to the corner by Timmins. Zaka over to help. Up the wall. And just chipped by Pasternak. We got a penalty on Pasternak. Here's Tuck to the dot. Shoots. Swayman the stick save. And he controls the rebound.
Big stop right here by Jeremy Swayman. We just got through talking about, the final 2 minutes of the period, a chance to extend the lead to 3 with a power play goal.
Minor penalty. Interference.
But then if you get a little careless and you turn the puck over, the Sabres got some guys that can hurt you. Tuck's one of them. Pasternak, in fairness to him, was just kind of turning back. I don't think he was trying to get in Tuck's way. He was just trying to get back, but he was in his way. He interfered with him. Tuck still gets the short-handed chance that Swayman has to deny. But the power play goes by the board. 4-on-4.
Tuck, a Syracuse native, grew up a Sabres fan. Last year tied a career high with 36 goals. So this will loosen up the ice. Dahlin, Byram, Dahlin, Quinn. His shot ramps up and over the glass. Peak got in the way.
Yeah, good defense there by Andrew Peak. They basically had to play man-on-man on the switch up top. That's a defenseman out closer to the blue line because it was a man-on-man situation, and he gets right in the shooting lane.
Kastelik in for the draw. He and Corrali, the forwards up front. Byram. Now to Dahlin. Watched by Kastelik. Quinn shoots, and that missed the blocker side. Byram trying to shield Corrali from the puck. Dahlin couldn't hustle to keep it in zone.
Yeah, good play by Corrali. Even though he doesn't really get to the puck, he forces it into the neutral zone.
Speeding in is Kulik. His pass to the middle. Kastelik got. Dahlin got it back after the Bruins collide, and it's hammered out by Kastelik with 25. In 10 seconds, Thompson will hop out of the box, and Buffalo will start a power play. 15 seconds remaining in the period. Power to Timmins. Escapes Mitten. Thompson's out. Power, here it comes. Stop made by Swayman. And Zadorov wings it all the way down. And that's going to do it for the middle frame here at TD Garden. Jeremy Swayman tested a little bit more in that second period, but the Bruins able to withstand the push and again extend their lead.
Yeah, Swayman looked real confident again, just like he did Wednesday night in Washington. That's a good sign to keep this a 2-0 hockey game. The Bruins had an opportunity to really solidify a lead, 3-0 going into the third period. Can't get it done, take a penalty. Still some work to do in the final 20.
Sophia, Billy, and Barry coming up next.
We're expecting to play very hard every game.
And the gloves come off.
Got guys that are going to be tough to play against, hard to play against. Teams aren't going to enjoy it.
Season Start on NESN is presented by Fidelity Wealth Management.
Tune into Outside the Fame all month long. It's me, Jamie Parker, and these two Hall of Famers from the 2002 Paralympic sled hockey team.
We love gold much better than silver.
Some nights are legendary. Bruins Keno. Celebrate the night.
Get ready for winter in a new Ford. With the right vehicles for the job, any job. Because Ford has designed them to handle anything you can throw at them. No wonder Ford are the #1 selling commercial vehicles for 40 years running. So come on, New England. Let's get to work with the hardest working vehicles around. Right now, get a Super Duty with 3.9% APR for 60 months, only from your New England Ford dealers.
Just back is sore. Let's go! Ice. Hot. Ice works fast, heat makes it last. Icy Hot, just so back.
Ryan Miller invests the way he wants to invest.
Ryan sets his investments to automatic.
That was easier than I thought.
That voice stays in the car, right?
What voice?
Talk about easier investing.
I'm being told this is Levo Emo from Liberty Mutual, who helps save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance.
And his partner, Doug, is the gentleman under the security guard.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Where current eligible GMC owners get 0% APR with a total value of over $12,000 on this Sierra 1500 model. That's 20% below MSRP.
Fall in New York State is unforgettable. From breathtaking views in every hue to adventure around every corner. It's the perfect place to get away. But don't just take our word for it. Come and see it for yourself. New York State, everything you love. Plan your next trip at iloveny.com.
Welcome to the Bruins' second intermission report presented by your New England Ford dealer. Sophia, Billy, and Barry here with you. 2-0 now in favor of the Boston Bruins ahead of the second period. We were expecting Buffalo to come out hot. They only had 2 shots on net in the first. They are now, I wrote it down, they're now sitting at 15. There you go. Guys, what did you make of this period for the Sabres?
Well, Buffalo came out. Buffalo came out and got, 4 or 5 shots quickly, but it wasn't like it was a dominant effort, but it was definitely a better effort by the Sabres. They played with a little more heart, a little more intensity. Bruins reset, got things going, and I thought did overall well. Some of their grind guys like Kastelic, awesome period.
Again, the third and fourth liner, and I think it's a real simple game for them too, Billy, as we talked about in that first. You know, you're not going to have a situation where Buffalo's going to not allow you into the zone. Get it in deep and just get the bodies going.
We didn't see any power plays for the Sabres in the first, but we saw 2.5 now. We're in the middle of a penalty kill for the Bruins.
Barry, I like the PK.
Yeah, I do too.
I like
I'm with you.
You know, the pressure. I thought against Zadorov played very well on the PK. This is here. All right, you know, the kickback from Buffalo. That's not a good shot from Tom.
Nope.
Out there. I don't know if he's frustrated or it's just not a good shot for a guy that can absolutely shoot it. Up ice, pressure, love it. But now 2 guys are caught. Watch this play here. Watch by Zadorov. See how he takes away ice? That's awesome, Barry. And that allows the back checkers to get back involved. That was a subtle little play that helped lead to this.
And that's all of a sudden now you got to go in the other way here. And you know, he thought he had it upstairs. He tried to get it on a shorty. He couldn't grab it. But then the Bruins continue here on a nice little relay here. Bang, get it up. Nope, you don't get it up. Now you're kind of running around a little bit. But this is such an important part of the hockey game, Sophia. As you had mentioned, Buffalo gets outplayed in that first period. They got 2 power play opportunities at the beginning of this period to get back in the hockey game, Billy. This was 2 really good quality penalty kills.
Watch the stick work here of Janot, and then you have defense, and then you're going to end up like it's just really good how they're constantly getting stick the puck and thwarting the Buffalo Sabres, what they're trying to do. I was happy, very happy. We were happy watching it, and again, just little subtle things to the PK making a big difference.
So there we go, taking away momentum for the Buffalo Sabres, and even though the Bruins didn't capitalize in terms of scoring on their power play, they had those opportunities that gave them momentum. Let's
Correct. You know, we're always talking, Rick upstairs talking about the same thing as we are down here. When it comes to power play, it's important, even if you don't score. They had a couple of really good looks right there. Just missed a rebound by Geekie. They're getting momentum off of this. Even though they're not successful, Billy, it's important to keep feeling like you're going downhill a little bit. You got some momentum going, and all of a sudden, even though they don't score here, it sets up a next shift or 2.
Yeah, no question. Great save by Lyon on Lindholm coming in from the side. Right here, the second unit. We were talking here, watching this, maybe would like one of the guys to step off the line, like right there. Finally, Middlestat does. He gets a really pretty darn good backhand there. But the puck movement, so much better, much more purposeful. When they do it, I mean, here, you know, Power again coming out of the box. You got, I mean, easy to sit here and say you got to hit the net from there and everything, but that was dangerous, that one. But otherwise, the Bruins' power play pretty solid.
This F-150 electric moment is presented by the all-electric Ford F-150 Lightning, the only EV that can call itself an F-150 shortly after Mark Kastelic gets on the board.
Yeah, and again, this is because the momentum off the power play, simple plays, Billy. Get it down deep, get the forecheck, get it. There's that play again that we saw in the first period. Back to the points. Now you get him running around. Kastelic just follows right in, takes a shot off Buffalo, and it's in. We had thought maybe Corrali had touched it early, and we weren't sure.
Yeah, but I think it's Timmins, 21. It was going to end up getting it. Watch how he reacts, Barry. It's going to hit him, and then right there, you see his head go up. It's that's the signal, the sign that, oh, man, it hits him in the upper body. We thought maybe that Corrali had gotten it, but they would have challenged it if it did. But Kastelic earns this shift in so many ways. the chip, the recover, the recycle through the middle ice. And then, not only is he middle ice, he sees his defense sift down. He goes back to cover for him. He throws it towards the net, and you get a good bounce. But he earned it. But great in that period.
Let's take a look at the second period game summary brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. So Bruins definitely still out shooting the Buffalo Sabres, but the Sabres getting 13 in this period. 0 for 4 with the extra man. Actually, no one got a power play goal so far in this one, but David Pastrnak with 6 shots on goal so far. We'd love to see one go in. I'm sure he would too. We're going to discuss Pasta after the break. The Bruins second period intermission report is presented by your New England Ford dealers and Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years.
$20 for an espresso martini. Who in Boston is paying for that? It's just coffee and hooch. Unless you're a yuppie, a toonie, or someone from Connecticut who pretends they're from New York, I suggest you stop overpaying and start saving at BJ's. You're welcome.
The Boston. Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
If a robot could vacuum, we could probably mow the grass at Fenway.
Soon, the robots will have full control.
We're gonna have to sell our plasma to make rent.
That's our plasma.
Guys, relax. Okay, people need people, like the top-notch customer service team at Plymouth Rock.
Take that, you filthy automatons.
The next chapter of Audi performance is here. With Quattro all-wheel drive you can feel. And interiors refined to elevate every mile. One thing's clear, performance never goes out of style. Visit your Audi dealer today and lease the all-new 2025 Audi A5 Premium for $549 a month.
Ryan Miller invests the way he wants to invest.
Ryan sets his investments to automatic.
That was easier than I thought.
That voice stays in the car, right?
What voice?
Talk about easier investing.
Away we go.
The Bees are back in action this fall.
Fired up tonight.
Don't miss your chance to get front and center as the Bruins hit the ice in their bold new uniforms. Tickets for the 2025-26 season, presented by Ticketmaster, are on sale.
Are you not entertained?
Lock in your seat at TD Garden today. Visit bostonbruins.com/tickets.
We never can expect what's going to happen on this half-an-hour program. We are on the water, Billy's favorite place to be.
We're hopping around the harbor. Okay, Jenny, get your bearings.
So much fun.
This duck looked much better 5 minutes ago.
This is the best season to be a New Englander.
New England's premier food and lifestyle program, Dining Playbook, Saturday mornings at 9, Encores Sunday night at 9 on Nesson, driven by your New England Chevy dealers.
What's trending in the world of sports?
He's a bloodhound when question marks come into play.
I'm healing at superhuman speed.
Keeping pace with a guy like Pasta and his skill set, that's a tall task.
For my money, this is the real AL Cy Young.
This is a guy who is top 3 when it comes to running up assists.
It felt so good for this team to finally show up.
That will has to pay off at some point.
Buckle up, Buttercup, because here we go again.
Oh, yeah.
Out-of-town highlights brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. The Panthers hosting the Senators tonight in Sunrise. First period, no score. Flyers turn it over, and it's Brad Marchand who takes it on his backhand and flips it past his former teammate Linus Ullmark. 1-0 Panthers. Still in the first period, same score. Florida catches Ottawa on a change, and Evan Rodriguez, he will rip that one. It's initially saved by Ullmark, but ends up sliding over the line, putting the Panthers up 2-0. The score is now 3-1 Panthers in the second period. All right, guys, 41 years ago tonight, the great Mario Lemieux made his NHL debut at the old Boston Garden and scored his first career goal on his first shift. It was a sign of things to come for Super Mario, who is 11th all-time with 690 career goals.
Wow. He dominated.
Oh, did he? When he was healthy, he was as good as there ever was.
You know who we like watching? Another goal scorer we like watching? David Pastrnak, 6 shots on goal. None of them in yet.
Not just 6 shots, 11 attempts. 5. So 5 more, 3 missed the net, 2 more blocks. I mean, he's been hungry pasta tonight. He has been looking for the shot, feeling the shot. Back to that kind of first game. Remember how good he was in the Cap game. He hasn't scored yet, but it has that feeling he could put in 2 in the third.
Yeah, and I would also add his line mates, Lindholm and Geeky, have been very involved too. Total, this line's got 9 shots on goal, so they've been much more active than they were the last game. Look more like they did in that first game, don't they, Bart?
I'd agree.
All right, guys. Well, we're up 2-0. The Boston Bruins are up 2-0 heading in to the third period, but they've got 46 seconds left on the penalty kill. Jeremy Swayman, 15 saves on the night so far. It's puck drop with the call from Judd and Brick next.
When winning is the only option.
Win.
There is one person New England trusts. He does whatever it takes. He is the heavy hitter.
Once again, Rob takes the checkered flag. Rob wins.
Car wreck, when winning counts. Rob wins.
Injured? I'm attorney Rob Levine, the heavy hitter.
And remember, Rob wins.
For you.
Rob Levine knows what to do. Call 888 Rob wins. For you.
The DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket comes in your choice of honey barbecue or new sweet chili, layered with flavor from the top, bottom, and everywhere in between. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket. Get it delivered today, only at DQ.
I'ma kick back when you fake like that. Won't you let me go?
Introducing the new Infiniti QX60. True luxury refuses to follow. It leads.
I'ma kick back when you fake like that. Header of the game, I don't play that fact.
The unmistakable 2026 Infiniti QX60.
It's Bernie and Phil's Best of the Best savings event. It doesn't get better than this. Save up to 20% or save up to $2,000 with a qualifying purchase. Plus, get 0% financing for 1 year. Many items are in stock, available for next day delivery. Or customize and receive in as little as 30 days. Furniture removal and recycling are available to update your home stress-free. Save up to $2,000 or save up to 20%. Your choice, your savings with our best offers at Bernie and Phil's.
That's nice. Leading soldiers in combat taught U.S. Army Ranger Mike Minogue that true leadership requires service and grit. Back home in Massachusetts, with his family by his side, he became CEO of Abiomed, built the world's smallest heart pumps, created jobs, and saved lives. Now, he's answering a new call to serve.
From soldier to CEO, I'm running to be a new kind of governor, one with the faith, the heart, and the grit to serve for Massachusetts.
Mike Minogue for governor.
Hi, I need new tires. Perfect timing. Right now, during our tire savings event, when you buy 3 tires, you get the 4th for only $1. Wow, that's a great deal. Right? Can you imagine finding a tire for less?
Sorry, honey. Mama needs a tire.
No, definitely not. No. Let's get you those tires.
Okay.
Right now, during our tire savings event, buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Toyota Service Centers. Keep your Toyota a Toyota.
Hey, Juice, what are your financial goals?
No goals.
Not even for retirement?
No goals.
Good talk. See you on the ice.
No goals.
Talk to a financial professional today. Mass Mutual.
Boston Bruins hockey on NESN is powered by Salem 5. Grow your confidence 5-fold with a bank you can count on. Make your move to Salem 5. By Subaru of New England. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru. And by Wasabi Technologies, the official cloud storage partner of the Boston Bruins. Oh, that Game 7 overtime winner from Brad Park, set up by Barry Peterson, by the way, never gets old. Bruins winning that second-round series against Buffalo. They had to come from 2-0 down in that game to record the victory. Bruins with a 2-0 lead over the Sabres as we're about ready to start the third period here in Boston. Ankle Camp presented by Arbella Insurance. Here for Bruins fans, here for good. Razor, take us through it.
You got it, John. It's been a perfect night for the Ankle Camp as the party has been in and around the Buffalo Sabres. That great views. Fraser Min, a great opportunity. So many chances throughout the first period. Great job by Pavel Zacha talking to him. Perfect timing with Jordan Harris to bump out, find that bumper, and Kastelik deserving of that goal as he drives the net, gets a penalty, and then Brick, you're talking about the book on Alex Lyon. I forgot to mention that he has a tough time with 70-footers that could go off his teammates back out in front. So look for that in the third.
Well, both teams are about to line up in the neutral zone. And Brick, you mentioned how important it was for the Bruins the way they closed the second period. How did they do it? It wasn't exactly perfect. Nevertheless, they have the 2-0 lead. How important is it the way they start this period? They're short for 46 seconds.
Yeah, I sent an instant message to Buffalo. You got no chance to get any points out of this building tonight. We got a 2-0 lead. We've been in control of the game the entire time. I don't want to see the Bruins going into a prevent defense. I want to see them play with pace, play with the puck, continue to make plays. It's what got you to this point. Don't change a thing.
Well, Sean Corrali will dig down and take the faceoff. He got 46 seconds remaining on a minor penalty assessed to David Pastrnak. Corrali wins the draw. Good start in the period for the Bruins as it's wired down by Zadorov. Here's Dahlin. He'll carry it ahead. Drops and scooped up by Thompson. Gave it away. Zadorov flicked it to the boards. And this puck trickles back into the Buffalo end. 20 seconds left in the kill. Some fresh penalty killers coming on. Zadorov got a piece of that headman pass for Tuck, and then Zadorov spun Tuck around. Dahlin. McLeod shoots. Swayman to save the rebound in the slot. Brushed out to center ice. Pasternak's out. First test of the period passed. Thompson gave it away with full control. Pastrnak to Lindholm. To the inboards it goes. Peak. Now Dahlin cut it off. Send it ahead for Doan. Flipped it to the corner, turning his peak. And a stick lifted by Doan. Geeky. Doan played his college hockey at Arizona State. Now, I know you enjoyed UNH, Rick, but how much would you enjoy ASU?
Yeah, isn't, where did Beers go? Northern Arizona for a year, and then they dropped hockey. That's how he ended up in Maine.
He did. They actually have a program back as this one is into the slot. And Geeky scoops it up. Said he almost went to the University of Denver, but chose Maine. And said it was a terrific choice.
Yeah, I think the baseball season probably would have been a little longer ASU than it was up in Durham.
Zacha almost from the same spot that he scored from. Couldn't get that wrister on that. Ooh, Zacha got clubbed in the head, it looked like. And we have an offside here.
Change your lettuce, change your life with Sean Corrali's hair doctor, Dr. Matthew Lepresti. Free consultations at 1-800-GET-HAIR.
That is some fine lettuce on Sean Corrali. Corrali on the ice for the Bruins. Very important second goal. Alex Lyon was fabulous in the first period. He stopped 16 of 17 shots and kept it just a one-goal margin that the Bruins were able to add on to after Kastelik floated one in. Middlestat flipped it away from Samuelsson. Zacha deals it to the corner. Samuelsson's on it. His dad Shell played 14 years in the league and won a Stanley Cup in '92 with the Penguins. Paddled back into the Bruins end. Buffalo has to come back, tag up. They're going to opt for a change. McAvoy to Jokiharju. In it goes. Jokiharju will have some money on the board tonight, playing against his old team. Jokiharju. Dahlin, watched by Corrali. Up the wall, it's banked ahead. Quinn got it to Danforth. Bruins come back defensively. Hustadinov cuts it off. And the Bruins slide this all the way down. And we have an icing call.
Join us for Bruins pregame hub presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss this Monday at noon. Sophia, Billy, and Barry will dive into exclusive stories, local features, and hockey insights 1 hour before the Bruins game on NESN and streaming on NESN 360.
Up next for the Bruins, that Monday afternoon tilt against Tampa. They're facing off against the Devils tonight. And the Bruins will hit the road for their first extended road trip. It'll start in Vegas, then head to Denver to meet the Avalanche, and it'll finish with a game against the Utah Mammoth. They got a name this year as this puck is flipped onto the Bruins bench.
I was pulling for Yeti.
I loved Yeti.
Yeah. I mean, I like Mammoth, but I was pulling for Yeti.
There you take a look at what the Bruins have coming up in October. This is a tough month, and that trip is certainly a part of it. And the Bruins come back, and they're going to see Brad Marchand in the lineup as a Florida Panther for the first time on October 21st. Florida was actually in the building after the trade deadline, but Marchand was still nursing an injury that he had with the Bruins. Didn't play that night. Corrali will take the draw against Kulik. Corrali wins it. Buffalo had an issue on opening night, winning only 35% of the draws against the Rangers. Kulik taps it in. Peak there to get it. Harris leads it around. Harris making his Bruins debut tonight due to the injury to Hampus Lindholm. Again, if you're just joining us, day-to-day, and he's supposed to be on the ice tomorrow. Harris, he got run over by Dahlin, tracking back into the zone. Peak, Harris, back of the net, Eyssimont to Janot. This group had a goal on Thursday against the Blackhawks. Flipped out in front, just wide of line. Doan had lost his stick, so he'll head off and change. Thompson digging away. It's flipped to the blue line, held in by a sliding Harris. Eyssimont just overskated the puck, and Dahlin dives to get it out.
Yeah, it looked like it just slid off the toe of his stick. He couldn't finish the wrist shot, the drag snap that he was looking for. Again, active D in the offensive zone. Harris and Peak.
Pastrnak brings it in. Poke check. Bryson eludes Pastrnak. Got it by Lindholm to Byram. Now sent by McLeod off his stick and over the glass.
Yeah, you mentioned Tampa coming in here on Columbus Day on Monday for an afternoon tilt. Play them in February outdoors, don't the Bruins?
That'll be in Raymond James Stadium. The NHL is going to go outside for a couple of games in the Sunshine State. They're going to play a game in Miami. That'll involve the Panthers and the Rangers, if memory serves. And that'll be the Bruins and the Lightning. Off the draw, McAvoy just flattened Mallenstein. 2-on-2, Geekie comes across. Geekie with a check from Samuelson. Mallenstein flips it out. Bruins reload, in it goes. This is the way the first period started for the Bruins. Lindholm. Fought off the check from Kozak. Fourth line out there for Lindy Ruff. Lorine shoots. Lyon the save. Samuelson sent it up the boards. Mallenstein got it out. Quick changes for Buffalo. McAvoy. Off the wall. Good reach by Middlestead to get it out to center ice. Krebs almost kept it in. Middlestad's pass picked off it. Out at center ice, and Buffalo smacks it deep. Zacha has it. A long flip to Arvidsson. Lyon gets there first. Timmins. Ooh, the Bruins almost intercepted. Now Quinn. He'll hack it deep. Hits the back net. Swayman tracking that puck the entire way. Zacha. Swiped by Krebs. Bryson out in front. Swayman the save. Zacha set it up for Zadorov. Long strides to the red line. Drills it in.
Nice little touch pass, positional pass, possession pass by Zacha. Does a lot of good little things. Able to just touch it right to Zadorov out of the defensive end.
Zacha on Thursday night against the Blackhawks led all Bruins forwards in ice time, playing over 21 minutes. And we got to stop and play. With 13-18 remaining here in the third, the Bruins still enjoying their 2-0 lead here at TD Garden against the Sabres.
Jetta Energy bars are plant-based bars that are made with just really great, healthy ingredients. I met M&T Bank through the startup community. That relationship has proved to be really invaluable. Our communication is very open. I know that they're always there if I have a problem. So the accessibility of the people that work there is really amazing. Anytime I have a question, I know I could reach out to M&T Bank and they'll have answers for me.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% APR for 72 months when you finance with GM Financial. Or current qualified lessees can get this Silverado pickup for around $369 a month.
Olive Garden's never-ending pasta bowl is back. So first round, get your go-to. Second, have what she's having. What he's having. Go on, try that new spicy 3-meat sauce. Starting at $13.99 and back for a limited time.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I only pay for what I need. What a great day. What an okay day. What a messed up.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. The strong play of the game presented by your New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive, and we take a look at Pavel Zacha from the first.
Yeah, we talked about the absence of Hampus Lindholm, and that means Jordan Harris draws into the lineup, and he makes a nice read, makes a possession play, has his head up. He's looking for somebody to get open in the scoring area, and Zacha makes the great play. He was in by the hash mark, saw where he could vacate that area in order to get separation and get open and be shot ready and call for the puck, and then he had the finishing touch.
For Zacha's first goal of the year, and that line with goals in back-to-back games. Marco Sturm mentioned, Brick, I got to give them a chance to see if this combination works.
You know, to this point in the season where, you know, almost 3 games in, 13 minutes to go here in the third, Bruins have scored 9 goals. And they've heard from every line.
The committee. Zadorov. Kusnedinov. Nice tap to get it back into the Sabres end.
Yeah, you got Lindholm with a couple power play goals. You got Geekie with an empty netter. So it's like, you know, and Pasternak scores. So that's your top line right there. Mitten, I know it's a specialty because it's 3-on-3, but he's your third-line center. He scores the game winner in overtime. Middlestad's on the board. Zacha's on the board, so that's that second line. Just mentioned Mitten, Junot, and now Kastelik tonight.
See if the defense can join the party. Last year, the Bruins did not get a lot of production from the back end. Only Toronto had fewer goals on the blue line. Sabres lift it out. Poked down by Yoki Harju. Buffalo changing. They had to be careful who was touching that puck. Power. In it goes. Swayman out to stop it. He stopped a couple of Buffalo opportunities when they've rimmed it in. And we have icing here on the Bruins.
Yeah, tough break. That was a well-executed breakout. Started by Swayman. Eyssimont. Nice in the middle. Fraser. Mitten. Finds Junot stretching the neutral zone. He just didn't handle the pass.
You see Mikey Eyssimont looking for his first goal as a Bruin. As well as his first point. Last year, 9 goals, 16 points. Split between Seattle and Tampa. Going to see his old team here on Monday afternoon.
Didn't he get a helper on Junot's goal?
Nope.
How is that not possible? Tacks the net, takes a shot. Junot bangs in the rebound.
What do I know?
McAvoy. Actually, my mistake. So E1. They're scoring at home. Asimont did pick up a helper.
Okay. All right. First E he meant.
Here's Pastrnak. Right circle. Shoots. Lyon almost to the bottom of the ring to make that stop.
Wow, was he up front?
That is old school.
There was a defenseman. You got to bank it in off him.
Another chance. 2-on-1. Pastrnak again. Couldn't get around Dahlin. He'll zip it up top. Long drive. Lyon fends it off.
Yeah, and that's Lori getting rid of it quick. You know, we haven't talked a lot about him, but this has been his best game because we haven't really noticed him. He's moving the puck quick. He's not overhandling it. He's not taking big hits because he's hanging on to it too long.
It was one of the things Marco Sturm talked about this morning is this offering from Power is gloved.
Spending less time in the defensive zone as a result, and that's a positive.
Buffalo with a new group out there. Mason Lohrei beginning his third season here in Boston. Last year was forced into an elevated role because of the injuries to Lindholm and McAvoy. Here's Peak to Zadorov. Deflected out to center ice. Scooped up by Middlestad. Hits the brakes. Sorts it out. Sends it on net. And that sinker knocked down by Lyon. Peak. Forced Kulik to give up the puck. 10.5 minutes remaining here in regulation. Bruins 2, Sabres nothing. Bruins trying to start the season 3 for 3. Samuelson to Zucker. Shoots. Deflected. They score. For Buffalo, their first goal of the season. Zucker snapped it off. And the Bruins lead is now 2-1.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to go high glove and it gets deflected and it ends up going blocker side. Just an impossible shot to handle for Jeremy Swayman. You know, if you're going to make that post-up play in the neutral zone, that deflection has got to get into the offensive zone. And you can't be changing out on the back end at the same time. Both of those things come back to hurt Boston. You can see that puck deflect off the blade of the stick or the portion of the stick. Andrew Peak to change complete direction from glove side to blocker side. Got a hockey game.
Minton drove it onto his own bench, and we've got to stop. Well, Jason Zucker's been around the league a long time. This is his 15th season, second with Buffalo. He and the Sabres agreed to a 2-year extension back in March. He had 21 goals a year ago. 11 of them came on the power play, career high, which led the team.
You know, Boston was in a similar situation in game 1, correct? Down in Washington. 2-1 lead, third period. What are you going to do? How are you going to play? How are you going to finish? How are you going to secure 2 points?
Shots have started to narrow a little bit. It's 3 apiece this period, 29-19 for the game in favor of Marco Sturm's team. Dahlin, Quinn. Back of the net it goes. Hustadinov. This puck needs to get out. And we've got a penalty. Kastlik eyeing Krebs.
Yeah, I think they call him McAvoy for a trip.
And now some more duress for the Bruins. Up by a goal, and they're going to go short-handed with McAvoy heading to the box.
Austin, number 73, minor penalty. Red.
It happened again. With over 90 mattresses, you'll find your perfect one, too. Experience the Sleep Lab at Jordan's.
Winter will descend, so get ready and save now during Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon, where college students and recent grads could get a $500 rebate over and above most other offers. All-wheel drive-a-thon is going on now. Toyota, let's go places.
This is a meal. We're talking tender steak. We're talking cheesy. We're talking dipping in a dip-sized soup. Well, get a dip of that. Ciabatta dippers are back. It just feels good at Panera.
When you live with diabetes, progress is having your coffee like you like it, without an audience. The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor tracks your glucose in real time, so everyone else doesn't have to. And over time, it can help lower your A1C. Confident choices for more control of your life. This is progress. Learn more and try for free at freestylelibre.us.
She wins. With all the right sleep accessories, including squishy pillows, you'll win a great night's sleep. Experience the Sleep Lab at Jordan's.
The Boston Bruins and Arbella Insurance are giving 12 youth hockey players the chance to be the Arbella Kid Captain, joining the starting lineup on the ice for the national anthem. Winners receive 4 tickets, a custom jersey, brand new equipment, and a VIP game day experience. Enter now at bostonbruins.com/Kid Captain.
Here's Thompson. Up top, Darlene. Thompson shattered his stick. Zucker couldn't corral it. Zaka has to eat it at the end boards. Darlene with it. Thompson just right now getting back into the zone. Zucker fades back into the trapezoid. McLeod fires it wide. This puck will rim out.
Buffalo goal scored by number 17, Jason Zucker.
Here's Darlene. 4th power play opportunity for the Sabres.
First goal of the season for the Sabres.
Thompson sent it to Tuck. He'll wrap it around. Zucker. Darlene. Tuck. Thompson shoots. Swayman able to kick it out with the right leg. Knocked out of midair by Peak, and he gets some leverage on it to fire it down.
Yeah, he read the anticipation. He read the play. He anticipated it well, that they had to go back down the boards and try to keep it in. Good read.
45 seconds left on the McAvoy penalty. Quinn brought it in, forced off his stick. Bruins rip it around and all the way down.
Nice job by Harris to ride his man off Quinn and allow the easy clear for Yoki Haru.
Brought ahead by Power. To Byram, lost it, and flipped back into the Buffalo end. 20 seconds left on the Sabres power play. 8 minutes remaining in the game. Power to the red line. Into Kulik. Looking for Power. Couldn't retrieve the pass, and the Bruins batted all the way down.
Huge kill.
Out comes McAvoy.
Make that count.
Mallenstein to Danforth. 4th line out for Buffalo. Given away. Pasternak hops on. Feeds to the middle. Geeky. He'll punch it into the corner. Pasternak trying to catch up to that puck far side. What a swipe against Danforth. To Geeky. Up top, Lori. Rister deflected. Back of the net it goes. Geeky centered. Pasternak handcuffed. And now Krebs waits. His team changing. Darlene. 7 minutes to go. Hands to McLeod. Signed a big 4-year, $20 million extension after a terrific season a year ago. Career highs in goals and points. After coming over from Edmonton. Tuck. To Samuelson. Swayman slows it. That'll help out Yoki Haru. Middlestad. He'll try the far side. Harris in a battle. Saka trying to help him out. Glove down by Yoki Haru. Arvidsson couldn't drive it in. Middlestad will. Arvidsson shoots wide. Got a lot on it. Peak shoots wide. Arvidsson. That missed a target. And out to center ice it comes. Peak flipped it back in. They'll change. Just over 6 minutes remaining in regulation. Dahlin slows it down. Sabres will try and come up as a group. Kulik. Zadorov has it back of the net. Relayed around. Janot. And now Minton. To the corner. Got it up with power. Thompson between his legs. Doan just drives it out to center ice. Power's got it. Making his season debut. Missed opening night due to an injury and illness. Thompson shoots. Swam in the save. Traps it on his pad. And holds it. Well, Tage Thompson tried to get the equalizer, but Jeremy Swayman's team up 2-1.
At Planet Fitness, there's strength in numbers. The number of different workouts to do.
1, 2,
different clubs to do it in. Friends to do it with.
Looking good, everybody.
Here we are.
And the number of ways to recover from it all.
You got this. Come on.
And it all adds up to one membership. The Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location, bring a friend anytime, and recover in the Black Card Spa.
One more, everybody.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
Richard is eating Progresso black bean soup with sumptuous peppers and 20 grams of protein per can, so he can win his pickleball game against Jeff, who could really use a bit of humbling. When you make it Progresso, you've made it.
Check their new game day fit. Oh, snap. DirecTV got hot.
That's right. DirecTV is flexing with all those pro and college games at your fingertips. This ain't your dad's cable, son. It's couture.
Okay, thank you so much. I was about to say that. It's couture.
The next chapter of Audi performance is here. With Quattro all-wheel drive, you can feel and interiors refined to elevate every mile. One thing's clear: performance never goes out of style. Visit your Audi dealer today and lease the all-new 2025 Audi A5 Premium for $549 a month.
Of home presented by Bernie and Phil's. Choose from our 2 best offers during Bernie and Phil's Best of the Best events. And we take a look at the height and weight of the Bruins. You can see the Bruins, their average height 6'2", 4, tallest team in the league. Average weight 207. That is number 1 in the league. Rick, I look back at the team you finished on here in '92 with the Bruins, and the total, all the guys who played for the Bruins that year. The Bruins used 22 guys under 6 feet tall. The Bruins only have 2 guys under 6 feet tall on the roster, and that's Hustadinov and Arvidsson. And I'll get the goalie numbers if we get a chance.
I think we went through 50-plus players that year in '92.
That was a crazy season. Krebs, as this one is dealt deep. And of the 4 goaltenders that the Bruins used that year, and McAvoy with a big hit. Danforth takes exception. Krebs has got it. No penalties. Dahlin scoops it up. The Bruins changing. And we got an offside here. And now a little bit more activity as Lori took a bump from behind from Dahlin. Remember, this is the first of 4 against these 2 division rivals. It's time for the Ford F-150 Final 5. And this will give you an idea of what we're looking forward to here in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, and on this particular shift, a lot of it had to do with the body contact right here. McAvoy trying to go up the wall. Referee gets in the way a little bit, and he cleans out 2 Sabres by making body contact to free up the puck for possession. And then as the shift wound down after the offside, a little bit more dust up going on right by the Zamboni doors. Everybody getting involved. Hey, it's a divisional game.
And if you do well against your division, it just improves your odds of making the playoffs. And with the way that the schedule is structured now, obviously very different than it was years ago, you don't have that many chances, just 4 games. Peak. He'll rip it in. And we've got to stop and play.
I guess they called that icing.
Faceoff will come all the way down. But the other thing, Brick, we were talking about heights and weights just a second ago. On that Bruins team that you played in 92, of the 4 goalies, and Razor, maybe you can weigh in here. Of the 4 goalies that were used that year, the tallest was Reggie Lemelin at 5'11". Yet Andy Moog at 5'8", Daniel Berthume at 5'9", Matt Del Giudice 5'9".
Andy Moog's not playing in the NHL nowadays, that's for sure. It's just not happening at 5'8". 5'11", the UC Soroses of the world, the Dustin Wolfs, there's a couple unicorns, but 5'8" ain't cutting it nowadays.
You asked me about nicknames earlier. I mentioned Beach. I had my own personal nickname for Reggie. Fossil.
Here's McLeod. And he comes across offside. Does Reggie enjoy that one, by the way?
Still called today. He's never told me he didn't like it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Razor would appreciate this. I have some great hockey conversations with goaltenders. You know, the way they see the game, you know, their position on the ice and how they viewed it and how they thought it.
You guys
and Reggie was in that category.
You guys are different, Razor.
We are different. We're on our own little island. We see it like the smart players, like Brick was, not the knuckleheads.
4 minutes to go. Bruins up by a goal. Here's Thompson. Gets to the red line, and it's dumped in. McAvoy's there first, but it hopped by him. Gets a little help from Lohrei. Janot couldn't get it out. Bounced to the far circle. McAvoy tracks it, and this one will float out to center ice. Bruins change. Brought back in by Doan. Back of the net. Kozak out in front. Bruins trying to set up the breakout. It just didn't connect. They're having a hard time getting that puck to lay on the stick. This puck hammered all the way in, so we got a delayed offside. And an opportunity for the Bruins to clear it out to the neutral zone. Here's Middlestat. Can he get to the red line? Yes. Arvidsson drives it in with 3:10. Line thought about playing it. Byram, who was acquired by the Sabres in exchange for Casey Middlestat a couple of years ago, when Byram came over from Colorado. Middlestat heading to Denver. Bruins kept the puck in for an instant, and then it's lifted back in by Zacha. Both teams change. 2:48 remaining. McLeod hits the brakes. Power. Krebs knotted up with McAvoy. Swept around Pasternak. Takes a look. Dahlin pinches. This puck doesn't get out. Dahlin sent it rink wide. Zucker deflected almost off Zadorov and in. That sent a shiver through the Garden. Now along the near side, McAvoy couldn't get it by Power. Smacked over to the near side. Just over 2 minutes left. We'll have to keep our eyes on Lyon. And we've got to stop and play. I think this puck was knocked down by a high stick.
That's what they're calling.
The game report is presented by Sullivan Tire and Auto Service, New England's home for tires and auto service. Well, Zacha scored in the first, Kastelik in the second. You can see Harris, Peak, and McAvoy each with helpers, and then Jason Zucker finally got Buffalo's first goal of the season midway through the third period. Lyon looks poised to head off the ice.
Yeah, win a draw, get some possession, keep them in the goal.
Bruins have won 57% of the faceoffs. And their best at it is going to take this one. That's Elias Lindholm. Pasternak's got it to the red line. In it goes. Lyon will have to stay. Pasternak went for the check, missed. Kulik. In it goes. Line to the bench. Extra attacker on. Zadorov chipped it ahead. This won't get out. Sent to the slot. McAvoy relays to Pasternak. It will get out of the zone. McAvoy, after Buffalo had to tag up, sent it to Geekie. Lindholm couldn't pull the trigger. Geekie, McAvoy. His shot blocked. Bruins have to head back defensively. Oh, they had some chances for the empty netter.
Yes, they did.
90 seconds left. It was Buffalo onside. Bruins bench felt like there should have been an offside call as this one is wrapped along the near side. It's floated out in front. Here's Geekie, corrals to Pasternak, off his skates. Shoots wide. Geekie with just over a minute, his backhand. That got blocked. Buffalo gets it back. They're still alive. Thompson locates the puck. Laterally over the line. Zadorov into the boards with Dahlin. Up top, it's Power. Shoots. Blocked out in front by Lindholm. Thompson shoots. Swayman the save. Rebound diving is Zacha. Out it comes. Buffalo has to clear out. 35 seconds left. Blocked at the blue line. Paddled. Deal of the slot. Racing to try and get it. Pulled out of there by McLeod at the last second. Oh, the Garden is buzzing again. Swayman back in the net, couldn't slow it. 20. Krebs. He'll turn away to the corner. 15. Centered. And it's rattled over the glass with 11 seconds left.
Just a great effort by Pavel Zacha, who's been instrumental here in this game. You want plays like this to pay off in 2 points at the end of the night. That puck's up for grabs, just lays out, chops it in the neutral zone. It looked like, well, Lindholm's going to have the last chance. McLeod, just an unbelievably fast skater. It's a good thing it was him trying to get back. That puck went on edge and almost picked up speed rolling towards the empty net, but they had some opportunities with Geekie coming down the left side. You had McAvoy coming late, and certainly Pasternak. He just couldn't handle that pass up at the offensive blue line and then couldn't hit a bad angle empty netter.
Here's the save of the game, brought to you by TD Bank.
Well, it's another tight game for the Boston Bruins. Every save matters, and the save of the game from Jeremy Swayman. Little fake shot pass here by McLeod. Krebs has it, got a lot of room, but athletic move, good push right to left by Swayman. It's the pad extended, the glove over top of the pad. Big time save.
Face off in the near circle of Bruins end. Six on 5. Sabres with the extra attacker. Lindholm's going to take the draw against Kulik. Buffalo controls. Thompson couldn't pull the trigger. Knocked out by McAvoy. Batted out to the neutral zone. Here's Lindholm with 4. Center deflected and score! Sean Corrali taps it into the empty net, and the Bruins are going to seal this one. It's 3-1 Bruins.
It's a nice empty net goal, but it's McAvoy that makes the play. It wasn't quite a 50-50 draw because Tuck was running a little interference on McAvoy to allow Thompson to get it. McAvoy fights through it, makes enough contact with Thompson to force that puck forward and allow the Bruins to get numbers going up the ice. And then Lindholm able to throw one directly at the net that Corrali's able to tap in.
Sean Corrali, his first goal since rejoining the team. Played his first 6 seasons here in Boston before heading over to Columbus. And it's It's 3-1 with 2 seconds left, and Mason Geertsen is on the ice for Buffalo, talking with Mikey Asimon. They drop the puck, and the horn sounds, and the Bruins go 1-for-1 against the Atlantic Division. Jeremy Swayman, 2-0 to start the year. He stopped 30 of 31 here tonight, and the Bruins 3-0 to start the regular season. Brick, we came on the air, and one of the things we talked about was the grit that the Bruins have displayed here in the first 3 games. This wasn't pretty, but it's 2 points.
82 games is a lot, and I don't know if there'll be any laughers for the Boston Bruins. The way they played in the first period, it was trending in that direction. The way they outshot, outchanced, and outplayed the Sabres. But it became a real difficult game to win, and for the Bruins to continue to grow as a team and win games like this early in the season and bank points, that's good stuff.
Well, we got the post-game show coming up here on NESN. We're going to hear from Charlie McAvoy Sr., who was wired up for Saturday Sound here tonight. That and more is coming up next. Sophia, Billy, Barry.
From November through March, Rodenizer Home Services is giving away 5 new gas furnaces. If your system is 10 years or older, this is your chance to upgrade. Go to rodenizer.com/5free-furnaces to enter today.
Frankly, it bugged us that only large investors were getting the consistent bond fund performance that everyone deserves. So, Vanguard made institutional quality bond